Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Krause.
Welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball. This is the On Deck Circle prior to the start of tonight's game between the Stingers and the Fresno Grizzlies. Steve Klauke with you on an absolutely gorgeous Friday evening here in Salt Lake City. Kind of a picture postcard kind of evening here at the ballpark as the Stingers try to make it 2 in a row over Fresno and 5 in a row overall after the Stingers rolled the Grizzlies last night by a score of 15-5. More on that a little bit later. Last night's win allowed the Stingers to remain a half game ahead of the Portland Beavers in the Pacific Conference North Division, with Tacoma in third, 2 back, Colorado Springs 4.5 back, and the Stingers have an opportunity to pad that lead tonight as the Portland Beavers played an afternoon game today and fell to the Tucson Sidewinders in 10 innings by a score of 6-5. So the Stingers at 32 and 27 on the year, while the Grizzlies with a loss dropped to 29 and 32. They're currently in fourth place in the Pacific South. Sacramento leads the division by 1 over Tucson, by 2 over Las Vegas, and by 3 over the Grizzlies. The pitching matchup for tonight's game for the Stingers, it'll be right-hander Kevin Gregg making his 4th appearance, his 3rd start since being sent down from the Angels. He has a 1.64 earned run average in a Salt Lake uniform. And going for the Grizzlies will be right-hander Matt Kinney, who was with the Buzz in 2000 with 5-2 there. But so far this year, he is 0-2 with Fresno. We'll take a closer look at what took place last night here at the ballpark right after this on ESPN 1230.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
Franklin Covey Field, where last night the Stingers fell behind 3-0 in the top of the first. One of the runs was unearned. The Stingers came back, though, on a 2-run homer by Luke Allen in the bottom of the first. And then Brian Gordon, a 2-run shot in the bottom of the second to go up 4-3. After Gordon batted, a pitch came high and inside towards the head of Brian Speck. Home plate umpire Jack Samuels ejected pitcher Matt Cain and eventually also tossed manager Shane Turner. But the Grizzlies then bounced off the man and came back with a 2-run homer by Todd Linden, his league-leading 18th of the year. And Fresno had a 5-4 edge, but Stingers took the lead for good in the fourth on an RBI single by Maicier Izturis here on an injury rehab assignment. from the Angels, and then another run came in when Nick Corneau grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. The Stingers took advantage of 2 errors, 6 hits of their own, to score 6 runs in the 5th to break the game open. They took a 12-5 lead at that point. Jeff Mathis, who drove in 4 runs for the night, hit a 2-run homer in the 7th to add to the lead to make it 14-5. They would add 1 more in the 8th as Chris Prieto scored on a wild pitch. Fresno used 6 different pitchers in last night's game, with Jeremy Peacock taking the loss. In the meantime, Urban Santana, in his 3rd AAA start after being sent down from the Angels, picked up the win. Scott Schneider and Jonathan Rauenhorst each picked up a scoreless inning of work out of the bullpen to preserve the 15-5 win. That win gave the Stingers an all-time edge over the Grizzlies of 55 wins to 40. So the Stingers, a winner last night over the Grizzlies. That snapped a 5-game losing streak in the opening game of the series. The Stingers hadn't won a series opener since May 14th here against the Iowa Cubs. So the Stingers, hoping to maintain the roll, a win tonight, they would equal their longest winning streak of the year at 5 in a row. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Abra scoreboard. Some games already in the books in both the PCL and the Major Leagues right after this on ESPN 1230.
On the next Friends.
I'm Dr. Ross Geller.
Ross, this is a hospital, okay? That actually means something here.
Rachel's dad has an emergency.
Is it painful?
What, the heart attack is sitting here talking to you.
But it's Rachel who wants to play doctor.
I feel like I'd be taking advantage of you.
But I am giving you the advantage. Enjoy.
Did Ross do the right thing?
If you had done the right thing, I would have woken up feeling comforted and satisfied.
On the next Friends. Weeknights at 5 and 6 on KJazz TV.
Play ball! When the game's on the line and the home crowd's getting restless, there's only one thing you want to see at the plate. Carl Budding thin sliced meats. With 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef, Budding has the variety to handle anything your team throws at it. Convenience like that is always a game winner. And you know you can count on Budding to deliver plenty of power in the taste department. So pencil Carl Budding into your lineup for a home run every time.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time now for our first check of the Abra scoreboard. And in the Pacific Coast League earlier today, the Tucson Sidewinders helped out the Stingers by scoring 3 runs in the 9th to tie and then 1 in the 10th to defeat the Portland Beavers by a score of 6-5. So the Stingers, with a win, can open up a 1.5 game lead on the division. Meanwhile, in the bottom of the second inning at Omaha, Memphis leads the Royals by a score of 1-0. In the third at Des Moines, Iowa and Nashville are tied at 2. At New Orleans in the third, Oklahoma leads the Zephyrs 3-2. Later on, Round Rock is at Albuquerque, Colorado Springs hosts Sacramento, and Las Vegas is at Tacoma. In the National League in the 7th, Milwaukee and Philadelphia are tied at 2. In interleague play in the 7th, the Pirates lead Tampa Bay 5-2. After 6 in D.C., Washington trails Seattle 3-2. Richie Sexton with his 14th home run of the year. Bottom of the 6th at Cincinnati, Baltimore leads the Reds 3-1. Melvin Mora with his 13th. The Angels just hit the Mets with a 6-run 6th inning. Still batting, leading New York by a score of 6-2. Home runs for Darren Erstad and Steve Finley. In the bottom of the 4th at Atlanta, the Braves and Oakland are tied at 3. Bottom of the 4th at Florida, the Marlins lead Texas 1-0. In the third at Houston, the Astros are out front of Toronto 2-1. Yankees trail the Cardinals 2-0 in the third. Later on, Kansas City is at Arizona. San Diego hosts the White Sox. Cleveland's at San Francisco. Minnesota takes on the Dodgers in Los Angeles. And earlier today, Greg Maddux pitched his way and hit his way to his 5th win against 3 losses. The Cubs ripped the Red Sox 14-6 as Maddux homered. Jeremy Burnett hit 2 home runs for the Cubs. Former Buzzman David Ortiz went deep twice for the Red Sox. And Colorado shut out Detroit at Coors Field 2-0. And that's your Abra scoreboard. Back with the starting lineups right after this on ESPN 1230.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Hey, did you get machine sets up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks. Tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit zionsbank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen.
Welcome back to the ballpark where the Grizzlies and Stingers are about ready to go after it. So let's take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting Fresno Grizzlies, managed by Shane Turner. Leading off, the center fielder, Adam Shabala. Batting second, the second baseman, Mickey Lopez. Hitting third and playing right field, Todd Linden. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Mike Cervenak. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Doug DeVore. Batting sixth and playing third base, Jed Hansen. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Doug Clark. Hitting eighth and catching, Justin Knadler. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Angel Chavez. Pitching will be Matt Kinney. For the Stingers, leading off the center fielder, Chris Prieto. Batting second, the shortstop, My Series Tourist. Hitting third, the left fielder, Nick Corno. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Luke Allen. Hitting fifth and catching, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Zach Sorensen. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter, Brian Gordon. Batting eighth and playing second base, Brian Speck. And hitting ninth, the third baseman, Adam Pavkovich. Pitching for the Stingers will be right-hander Kevin Gregg. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game between the Stingers and the Grizzlies right after this here on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. KQS Murray, Salt Lake.
Somebody's going to play a little bit harder.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
A little bit better.
Worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting station. Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs,
footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Katie Searle with our national anthem, and a very good evening to you, and welcome to Salt Lake Stingers baseball on a beautiful night here in Salt Lake City. The Stingers getting ready to take on the Fresno Grizzlies in Game 2 of this 4-game set. The Stingers winning last night by a score of 15-5, their 4th consecutive win to retain first place in the Pacific North Division. They can actually add a full game to their lead and go a game and a half ahead of the Beavers with a win tonight, as Portland's already lost to Tucson tonight by a score of 6-5. Stingers are in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in navy blue. I'd like to be able to try to describe the Fresno uniforms. I can tell you that they're tan and gold, I guess, is what they try to tell you. The tan representing Yosemite, and the gold, the Golden State, with a little green, forest green thrown in as well. Let's take the check of the Stingers' defensive alignment. Nick Gorno's in left, Chris Prieto in center, and Luke Allen is in right. Adam Papkovich at third. Meiser Izturis at short. Brian Specht at second, and Zach Sorensen is at first. The battery of Kevin Gregg pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. For Kevin Gregg, this is his 4th appearance, his 3rd start for the Stingers. In 11 innings, he's given up 6 hits. 2 runs, both earned. He has struck out 12 and walked 4. He has thrown 2 wild pitches, no hit batters, and allowed 1 home run. Kevin does not have a decision. His earned run average, 1.64. The PCL is batting 162 against the 6'6", 235-pound right-hander from Corvallis, Oregon, Kevin Gregg. Adam Shibala, the center fielder, will lead things off, batting .286, 18 doubles, 8 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Shibala 1 for 5 with a double in last night's series opener. Shibala, a left-handed batter, to face the right-hander Kevin Gregg. So we're ready to go, and the first pitch of the ball game is on its way. And it's a fastball in over the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Darren Williams is the home plate umpire with Scott Kennedy at first. Jack Samuels is the arbiter over at third. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And a high fastball, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Kevin Gregg, in his 4th appearance, as we mentioned, he had 10 appearances, 2 of them starts for the Angels this year. The 0-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball just inside above the knees, 1-2. 1 win, 1 loss for the Angels for Kevin, but his ERA 7.77. Now the 1-2 pitch, swinging a ground ball, foul at the first base side, and the count holds at 1-2. Kevin Gregg's last outing was against Sacramento here, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits in 5 innings. He struck out 5 and walked 2. The 1-2 pitch to Zavala, swung on and popped up foul, third base side over the roof, and the count remains at 1-2. Again, the Stingers' parent club, the Angels, are at New York to open up a series with the Mets tonight. They lead New York by a score of 6-2, scoring all of their runs in the 6th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Gregg delivers. Swinging a ground ball right side. Specht, the second baseman, to his left. Has it go under his glove, and it trickles behind him, and that will be an error. So at E4 on Brian Specht as he went to his left. Looked like he was in position. So runner at first base, nobody out, and the batter will be Mickey Lopez, batting .283, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 24 runs batted in for Lopez. 2 for 4 last night. Pitch on the way, and it's a little bit high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. The error to Specht, his first for the Stingers this year. For Salt Lake, their 44th error in their 60th game. So 1 ball to count on Lopez as Break comes set the pitch. That one a breaking ball through the glove of the catcher Mathis. And on to second base goes Shabala. Will likely go as a fastball. I don't think it hit the dirt before it got to Jeff, but we'll wait for the official scorer's ruling. Somewhat of a shaky start for the Stingers. An error allows Shabala to get on base, and now he advances to second with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. And what's going to be ruled actually a wild pitch. 2-0 pitch to Lopez, swung on and lifted in the air to center. Prieto in a couple of steps, now back 2, now in another to make the catch. Tagging at second, Shabala. He's trying for third, the one-hop throw, and he is out! What a throw by Chris Prieto on one bounce. Tadeo Shabala trying to tag up and go to third. That'll be a double play. And 8-5 on the put out of Shabala at third base. So just like that, 2 outs and nobody on for the right fielder Todd Linden, batting .319, 20 doubles, 2 triples. He's tied for the league lead with 18 homers, and he leads the league with 56 runs batted in. Linden 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run last night. Last year he hit .357 against Salt Lake pitching, and the first pitch is a fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees, and it's 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Base is empty. After the double play, there's a fastball up and in. Spins Linden away. 1-1 the count. The 72nd double play turned by the Stingers this season. The infield with back now with 2 outs. The wind by Kevin and the 1-1. Linden takes a breaking ball that misses downstairs, and the count's 2-1. Shane Turner, the manager of the Grizzlies, his 3rd year as Grizzlies manager, his first of this tenure. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Fastball paints the outside corner above the knees for a strike, and it evens the count at 2-2. And not much of a breeze here tonight. What little wind there is appears to be blowing in, but it's really not a factor at this point. Sun is a factor, though, in left and center field. The 2-2 to Linden. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to retire the side. Got him on a breaking ball. No runs, no hits. 1 error, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Fresno nothing, and the Stingers are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Do you feel tired when you wake up? Do you feel exhausted during the day? Have you ever dozed off in a meeting or while watching TV? If you answered yes, you may have sleep apnea. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep apnea and don't even know it. The professionals at MedOne Medical can help you get the sleep you need. It is amazing how well you feel when you get a full night of refreshing sleep. Sleep Smart Gold is a proven program designed specifically for people with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be more harmful than just a poor night's sleep. High blood pressure and other cardiovascular complications are being diagnosed more and more frequently in patients with this disorder. A high percentage of these patients can be treated by addressing sleep apnea. If you suspect someone might have sleep apnea, call the professionals at MedOne Medical at 800-258-5329. With the help of a doctor, a program will be designed for you to obtain a golden night's sleep. Call MedOne Medical and find out how Sleep Smart Gold can help you get the sleep you deserve. Call today, 1-800-258-5329.
Are you an automotive technician who's tired of working flat rate? Do you have a desire to work on some of the most technically advanced construction equipment? Are you looking for great pay, fun work environment, great benefits, and a flexible schedule? Do you have additional skills such as welding or have a valid CDL? Well, Century Equipment Company, your local case dealer for over 35 years, wants to talk to you. We're looking for good people who want to make their career as a heavy equipment technician. If you're ready for a change, stop by our office at 4343 Century Drive and let us show you around.
Go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Matt Kenny on the mound to face Chris Prieto, who takes low. Ball 1. Chris batting .299, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 1 homer, and 14 runs batted in. Kenny's 1-0 pitch to Prieto. He shows bunt and takes a strike for letters 1-1. Defensively for Fresno, Doug Clark's in left, Adam Shabala in center, and Todd Linden's in right. They give you the infield, third to first after the 1-1 pitch. Prieto takes low, ball 2. Jed Hansen at third, Angel Chavez at short. Nicky Lopez at second and Mike Cervenik at first. The battery of Matt Kenny pitching and Justin Knadler catching. Curveball low, and it's 3-1 to Prieto, who threw 3 walks yesterday while going 0 for 3. Drove in 1 run. 3-1 pitch on the way, and Prieto takes a strike at the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. Matt Kinney on the mound for Fresno. Start for the Buzz in 2009 starts, going 5-2. 3-2 breaking ball inside for ball 4. So Prieto starts off the game with a base on balls. That'll bring up my series tourist, the shortstop, here on an injury rehab assignment. He's 2 for 8 so far with 1 run batted in. Kenny last year was with Milwaukee and Kansas City. 32 appearances, 6 starts for the Brewers, going 3-4. He was 0-1 in 11 outings for Kansas City. So runner at first base, nobody out. Kenny to throw over, and Prieto dives back in ahead of the tag of Cervenek. Prieto over at first, leads the Stingers with 12 stolen bases. He's been thrown out 5 times. Now Kenny from the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball, and it's the knees for a strike. 0-1 to count on these tourists. The switch hitter batting to the left side against the right-hander Kenny, whose last outing was a loss at Las Vegas on June the 4th, giving up 7 runs on 12 hits in 5 innings. The 0-1. Swung on, chopped towards the hole, and that's going to get through to left field for a base hit. Stopping at second base is Prieto as Clark charges in from left field. So he's Torres is aboard, and the Stingers have runners at first and second base with nobody out. Here's Nick Gorneau, the left fielder, batting .316, 13 doubles, 6 triples, 9 homers, and a team-leading 40 runs batted in. Gorneau 2 for 5 with an RBI in yesterday's game. Like many of the Stinger hitters, having a great homestand so far. 10 for 32. 2 homers and 8 runs batted in on the homestand for Nick. Infield double play depth with runners at first and second, nobody out. Pitch to Gorneau, check swing foul off the glove of the catcher Knadler, and the count's 0-1. Kenny overall, 98 appearances in the major leagues, 57 of them starts with the Twins, Brewers, and Royals. 17 and 27, 1 complete game. That came with the Brewers against the Twins in June of 2003. Now the right-hander ready from Bangor, Maine, the 0-1. Check swing and a curveball. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire Scott Kennedy, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away for Gorneau. Gino Ebel, Stingers manager, coaching at third base with Jim Eppert over at first. Now Kenny set. The glance back, the runners go. The 1-1 pitch low and outside. The throw to third base, and he is safe with a stolen base. So the Stingers execute the double steal and now have runners at second and third with nobody out. And the count on Gorneau is 2-1. So Prieto with his 13th stolen base, and he's Torres with his first. So runners at second and third, nobody out. 2-1 the count on Gorneau. The infield drops back, conceding the run on a ground ball here this early in the game. 2-1 pitch on the way. Gorneau takes low and outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count on Gorneau with Luke Allen due next. Fresno Ball Club scores a lot of runs, but they also can give up some runs. 3-1 pitch on the way. Gorneau takes low and outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Luke Allen. Allen batting .296, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 10 homers, 36 runs batted in. He was 2 for 4 with a 2-run home run in last night's game. Allen having a big homestand as well. His 11 runs batted in on the homestand. Good for first on the ball club as he takes a breaking ball low and inside, ball 1. Kenny started the year in the California League with the San Jose Giants as the catcher Knadler goes out for a quick word with Kenny. So Prieto, the runner at third. He's Torres at second, Gorneau at first. with nobody out. Now Kinney from the belt ready. The 1-0 pitch. And Allen takes low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Stingers trying to jump ahead early in this ball game. 2 balls, no strikes. Kinney ready. The pitch. Swung on and sliced down the left field line, heading towards the corner, and it goes foul. And the count's 2-1. Right size, wrong shape. The count's 2 balls and 1 strike. To Luke Allen, who now leads the club with his 10 home runs. Brian Gordon and Nick Gorneau, one back with 9. Luke batting with the bases loaded, nobody out. He has one of the 4 grand slams hit by the Stingers this year, which is already one more than all of last season. Now the 2-1 pitch to Luke. Fastball high, ball 3, and a wide one here would force in the go-ahead run. 3 balls, 1 strike with Jeff Mathis on deck. So Kinney from the belt ready. The 3-1 pitch to Luke. Swinging a double play ball to second. Lopez has it to Chavez for 1. Relay back to first just in time for the double play as Prieto comes across the score. No RBI for Allen on the double play. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Stingers. So a runner at third base, 2 out. That'll bring up Mathis, batting .263. 12 doubles, a triple, 8 homers, and 27 runs batted in. Jeff 2 for 5 with a double, a homer, and 4 runs batted in last night. So Kinney with an opportunity now to get out of a bases-loaded 1-out situation and allow only 1 run to the process. First pitch to Mathis, swing and a miss, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Kinney lifetime 1-1 against the Stingers, both decisions and starts coming in 2001 while with the Edmonton Trappers. The 0-1 pitch swung on, grounded through the middle and into center field, a base hit. These Torres will stroll in from third. Jeff Mathis with an RBI single, and the Stingers are out in front, 2-0. Mathis driving in his 28th run of the year. The Stingers get at least a couple of runs out of this opportunity. So Mathis with his 5th run batted in the 2 games so far against Fresno. Here's Zach Sorensen batting .318. 3 doubles, a triple, 1 homer, and 20 runs batted in. First pitch to Zach, right down the middle of the belt for a strike, and it's 0-1. Stingers will visit Fresno for the first time this season on the road trip that begins next week in Tucson. Stingers begin the series in Fresno 1 week from tonight. The 0-1. Sorensen swings. It's a little flare foul. It's going to land over by the Fresno bullpen along the left field side. And the count's 0-2. So 2 strikes the count on Sorensen. 3 hits in 4 at-bats last night, but it ended his string of 6 consecutive games with a run batted in. No balls, 2 strikes. There goes Mathis swinging a ground ball foul at the first base side. Still 0-2, and Jeff will have to make the U-turn and head back to first base. 2-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the first inning. Just underway here at Franklin Covey Field. 7 o'clock start tomorrow night. First 2,500 fans get a Stingers cap courtesy of KCHAZ TV. Throw to first base, and Mathis is back in, standing up. Sorensen still had a way to go for the record, which is 10 straight games with a run batted in, set by Bernardo Brito back in the '94 season. Now the 0-2. Sorensen jackknives to get out of the way of a breaking ball, and the count's 1-2. First that year, it still amazes me. Brito had 29 homers, drove in 122 runs, and still missed 6 weeks of the season when he had his wrist broken by a pitch from Jeff Nelson up in Calgary. The 1-2 pitch. Sorensen swings, pops it up foul. Third base side. Hansen on the run, won't get to it as that one lands 4 rows back. But the count on Sorensen remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Stingers tonight trying to equal their season high by claiming their 5th straight win. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Throw to first, and back in standing is Mathis. 2-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the first. Now Kinney ready, the 1-2. Swinging a foul, back into the screen, still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sorensen comes into this ball game having hit safely in his last 4 games, equaling his longest hitting streak as a Stinger. The amazing number, though, 20 runs batted in 24 games for Zach. Now the 1-2 from Kinney. Swung on, that's hit in the air towards left. Clark fighting the sun, couldn't find it, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. On to third base goes Mathis. They're going to wave him on in. They don't pay any attention, and he scores without a play. First, Clark lost it in the sun. Then threw to the third baseman Hansen, whose back was to Mathis, and he never turned around until it was too late, as Mathis was sent home, and he had stopped at one point. And he's still able to score. As Jed Hansen fell asleep at the wheel, and that's your Med 1 Medical sleep deprivation error of the game. If you suspect you or someone you know may have sleep apnea, call the professionals at Med 1 Medical. That'll go as a single for Sorensen. No RBI as Mathis scores, and Sorensen goes to second on an error by Doug Clark, who overran the ball. And a curveball in at the knees to Brian Gordon for a strike. 0-1, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Stingers. Now the 1-strike pitch to Gordon. Swung on, slapped toward third, backhanded by Hansen to his right. A long throw across, on target and in time to retire the side. The Stingers score 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on base. At the end of 1, it's the Stingers 3 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
The next time you're looking for a dominating performance at the plate, look to your fridge for budded deli cuts. With our exclusive zip pack slider, you know you can count on them to be fresh when you need them, game after game. And with 6 premium flavors, it's like being able to throw the meat of the order out there 2 times in a row. That's the kind of variety any manager would love. It's no wonder budded deli cuts are such a fan favorite, and they're waiting for a tryout right now at your favorite grocer.
Hi, I'm Ben, owner of Get Fired Up. With Quest, I get the right communication services to run my business.
When Ben of Get Fired Up wanted to get the right services for his business at the right price, he worked with Quest to build the best bundle to meet his needs. And if Get Fired Up can build a bundle and save up to $20 every month,
you can too.
With a new Quest Choice bundle, your small business can get a business line package, unlimited long distance, and high-speed internet service all on one bill. All for just $103 a month. To build a bundle that meets your needs, call Quest at 1-800-618-5308. That's 1-800-618-5308. That's our spirit of service in action. Bundle price for 3-feature phone package, unlimited long-distance plan, and 1.5 megabits per second DSL. Service not available in all areas. Call Quest for important details and restrictions.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, welcome back to Franklin Covey Field as Mike Cervenak leads things off. He takes a strike 0-1, batting .297, 10 doubles, a triple, 7 homers, and 49 runs batted in. And there's a line shot to the right field, a base hit. Cervenak going the other way, and so the leadoff man is aboard for the Grizzlies here in the second. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Doug DeVore, who came over from the Arizona organization, where he had been for 7 years. Batting .288 overall this year, 9 doubles, a triple, 9 homers, and 36 runs batted in. DeVore coming over in a trade. .250 hitter against the Stingers this year with Tucson. 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 runs batted in. 1 strike the count on Doug DeVore. 50 games last year in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks. Now Kevin Gregg's pitch. DeVore swings and fouls it back into the screen 0-2. Well, it was a great story earlier this year when after 12-plus seasons in the minor leagues, Chris Prieto got his first call-up. Well, another one of those stories has taken place today as former Stinger Rick Short, now with the Washington Nationals. Swing and a miss by DeVore. Snap to first, and the runner's back. As DeVore goes down, that's the second strikeout for Kevin Gregg. That'll bring up Jed Hansen batting .290. 7 doubles, 3 homers, and 9 runs batted in. Rick Short, who led the PCL in hitting in 2002 with the Stingers, hitting .356 in his 12th professional season, getting his first call-up, and was used as a pinch hitter tonight by the Nationals, and in his first major league at bat delivered an RBI single. That's just great news. Rick Short, one of the great guys who have come through Salt Lake. A 1 on, 1 out the pitch. Breaking ball low, and that's 1-0 on Jed Hansen, longtime Omaha Royal. Also spent time with the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. 1 ball the count, did not play in last night's game. Throw to first base, and Cervenak is back. First couple of years ago, after a long time in the minors, Alan Zinter finally got a call-up with the Astros, so good to see some of these guys finally getting a chance. 1-0 pitch to Hansen. Breaking ball misses low, and that puts the count at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes the count. A runner at first, 1 down. Shane Turner, the manager of the Grizzlies, coaching at third with hitting coach Jim Bowie over at first. Greg ready, the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1 as he was out in front of that off-speed delivery. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Get a 7 o'clock start tomorrow. 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Or the Stingers head out for 8 days. Again, the throw to first, close, but Cervenak is back. Again, 4 in Tucson, 4 in Fresno. The starts in Tucson will all be at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. From Fresno, it'll be 8:05 Mountain Time all 4 nights. Now the 2-1 to Hansen. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield double play depth behind Kevin. 3-0 Stingers here in the top of the second. Greg ready, the 2-2. Swinging a foul back into the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Kevin Gregg started the year, had 2 starts while in an Angels uniform. Got the win on April the 9th at home against Kansas City. There's a fastball inside, and that one hit Hansen in the arm. And so he'll flip the bat aside and head on down to first base. That'll move Cervenak to second base. And for Kevin Gregg, that's the first hit batter. And for Hansen, that is the 3rd time he's been plunked this year. So now the Grizzlies have something going with runners at first and second, 1 out for the left fielder, Doug Clark. Clark batting .291, 11 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. So 2 on, 1 out. Greg ready, the pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. Strike 1. 0 balls, 1 strike the count. In that win over Kansas City, Kevin went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, walked 4, struck out 4. His loss came at home against Seattle on the April the 19th. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air toward left. Corneau coming in. He sees it. He'll make the catch for out number 2. A little bit of an arc on that ball, so he didn't have to fight the sun as badly as that one that he lost in the sun last night. So 2 out for Justin Knadler, the catcher. Knadler batting .291, 7 doubles, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. Knadler, rated by Baseball America as the number 16 prospect in the Giants organization, also rates him as their best defensive catcher. Greg ready, the pitch. Swung on line, center field, base hit. Prieto charging, fields it on the hop. They're going to wave Cervenak home, the throw to the plate, and he is out as Mathis hangs on. Another great throw by Chris Prieto as Cervenak gets nailed at the plate. What a throw by Chris Prieto in center field to save another run. And credit Jeff Mathis for being able to hang on to the ball as he took a hard hit from Mike Cervenak trying to score. So in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Stingers 3, Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. You'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
Hi, this is Mitch Jensen of Siegfried & Jensen. We all know Utah is a great sports state. At Siegfried & Jensen, we have important sponsorship relationships with several college teams throughout the state, as well as with many of the professional teams, including the Jazz, the Stingers, the Grizzlies, and Real Salt Lake. In sports, winning is important. The same is true if you're injured in an accident. To help ensure victory, you need a winning legal team on your side. If you've been injured, call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured. All
right, we go to the bottom of the second inning. Still 3-0 Stingers, thanks to another strong throw from Chris Prieto. He's thrown out a runner at third and thrown out another at second or at home plate now. Here's Brian Speck taking a fastball high and outside for ball 1. Brian batting .412 since joining the Stingers. 3 doubles, 2 triples, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. There's a pitch lifted in the air towards right field. Linden going back. It's up there. It's out there, and it's gone. A leadoff home run here in the second inning for Brian Speck. Extends the lead to 4-0. So for Brian, that is his second home run of the year since joining the ball club from extended spring. And with that home run, another $100 is donated to the Utah Special Olympics, courtesy of Siegfried & Jensen. Now here's Adam Pavkovich batting .293, 10 doubles, a triple, 3 homers and 17 runs batted in. 2 for 4 last night. The first pitch from Kenny, and missing the bunt attempt is Pavkovich for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Kenny ready, the line and the 0-1. Third ball to the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. Now Chris Prieto with 2 outfield assists in the ball game, but the franchise record is 3. Barry Weston from right field against Tacoma here on July 5th of 2003. 1-1 pitch on the way as a changeup high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Now the pitch. Breaking ball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Pavkovich, who comes into the ball game with an 8-game hitting streak, 1 shy of his season best. As there's a pitch in the dirt. Did he go around? No. His first base umpire, Scott Kennedy, and the count's full at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Kenny winds the payoff pitch to Pavkovich. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. That is the first punch out for Matt Kinney, and there's 1 down here in the second. Now here's Chris Prieto, who's had a heck of a ball game, being acknowledged by some of the fans below us. Walked and scored in the first. He stole a base, and he's thrown 2 Fresno Grizzlies out on the base paths. 1 at third and 1 at the plate. First pitch to Prieto. Change up high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch, breaking ball at the knees, is strike 1-1. Kinney. His Little League coach, novelist Stephen King. The 1-1 pitch, swinging the ground ball, foul. His net man reaches out and scoops it up. The count's 1-2. The 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 4-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the second. Now Kenny winds the 1-2. Swung on, punch towards the hole at short. Backhanded by Chavez, who sets and throws. Safe as the throw. Pulls Cervenek off the bag at first base. Chavez going to his right, backhanded the belt high bounce. Had time, but he sailed his throw, knowing Prieto's speed, and it pulled Cervenek off the bag. That'll be a throwing error on the shortstop Chavez. Boy, last night, Cervenek at first base. I've never seen a first baseman have to dive so often. They were all on throws, not on base hits. He was all over the place. So runner at first base, 1 out. High series Torres at the plate as Kenny deals. Curveball low and inside to the left-hand batter. The count on his Torres, 1 ball and no strikes. Infield double play depth behind Kenny. Now the pitch to his Torres. Weiser takes a fastball high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Before last night's game, the Grizzlies had just won 3 in a row and 5 out of their last 6. Take it back even further to 8 out of their last 10. 2-0 pitch on the way is in at the letters for a strike, 2-1. They're a team that plays pretty well defensively, but at least based on the numbers, but certainly not the first 2 games of this series. They've played 1 game and 2 innings of another and have committed 5 errors already. There goes the runner. The pitch inside for ball 3. The throw to second base, and Prieto slides into the tag of Mickey Lopez for the out. Caught stealing, 2-4. Count 3-1 on these Torres now with 2 outs and the bases empty. Prieto thrown out for the 6th time in 19 stolen base attempts. Now the pitch. He's Torres swings and grounds 1 through to right field, a base hit. So he's now 2 for 2. He's Torres is aboard with 2 out for Nick Cordon, who walked his first time up.
Nick Cordon.
So 4-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the second. A complete rundown of the Abra scoreboard coming up in the top of the third. Kenny ready, and the pitch to Gorneau. Fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Again, Kenny has had some shoulder problems over the last few years. There's a pitch. Strike called, to be exact. That was in 2002. He came back strong in 2003, making 33 appearances, 31 starts for the Brewers, going 10-13. and primarily last year worked out of the bullpen with Milwaukee and Kansas City. The 1-1 pitch. There goes the runner. He's Torres. The throw bounces in, and Knadler can't find the handle on it. It'll be a stolen base for his Torres. That's his second of the game, becoming only the second Stinger this year to steal 2 bases in one game. The other to do so was Zach Sorensen on June 5th here against Sacramento. So the count on Gorno, 2 balls and 1 strike, with a runner now in scoring position at second base. The pitch, slider strike to the outside corner at the knees, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's Torres on at second base. A run in on the leadoff home run by Brian Speck. Now the 2-2 to Gorno. Swing and a miss and a slider. He struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner was left on the base paths. We go to the third. It's now the Stingers 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine 6 up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on 3.
Thanks. Tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the third inning. 4-0 now in favor of the Stingers. Angel Chavez, Adam Shabala, and Nicky Lopez, the 9-1 and 2 hitters, due up to face Kevin Gregg, who delivers a breaking ball in at the knees for a strike to Chavez, and the count's 0-1. Chavez 0 for 3 last night with 3 strikeouts. There's a pitch into the dirt, skipping by the catcher, Jeff Mathis. The count even at 1-1 for the year. Chavez batting .272. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, and 16 runs batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-hand batter. Now Kevin Gregg into his motion for the pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen. 1-2. Time now for the Abra scoreboard. Most people know Abra Auto Body and Glass as collision repair specialist, but they're also a full-service auto glass company providing complete auto glass repair and replacement. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA today to schedule your appointment. The 1-2 to Chavez is sliced foul over the roof and deep out of play down the right field line. The count remains 1-2. In the Pacific Coast League again earlier today, Tucson rallied with 3 in the 9th to tie and 1 in the 10th to win at Portland, 6-5. Give the Stingers a chance to widen their lead in the division as Chavez swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Kevin Gregg, and there's 1 down here in the third. First time the Grizzlies have not been able to get their leadoff man on base. Top of the order, and Adam Shabala, who reached on an error, took second on a wild pitch, but was thrown out by Prieto at third, trying to tag up at second and go to third on a fly ball to center field. First pitch to Shabala, outside the knees, ball 1. At Omaha, they're in the 4th. Memphis leading the Royals 2-1. In the top of the 6th at Des Moines, Iowa and Nashville are tied 2-2. 1-0 pitch. Shabala swings and lifts 1 foul. Third base side over the roof and out of play. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ben Grieve with his 6th home run of the year for Iowa. At New Orleans in the bottom of the 6th, the Zephyrs lead Oklahoma 8-4. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. New Orleans cooled off the red-hot Redhawks with a 6-3 win last night. They're in the bottom of the 2nd at Albuquerque. The Isotopes leading Round Rock 2-1. In the 3rd at Colorado Springs, Sacramento on Jack Tuss' 12th home run of the year leads the Sky Sox 2-0. 1-2 changeup misses outside, and it's 2-2. Later on, Tacoma hosts Las Vegas. One game in the National League. Phillies batting in the bottom of the 9th just beat the Brewers 5-2 on a home run by Bell. Swing and a miss as the bottom drops out of that one. 4th strikeout for Kevin Gregg, and it's 2 up, 2 down here in the Grizzly 3rd. That'll bring up Mickey Lopez, who flies to center field into a double play his last time up. In interleague play, Washington batting in the bottom of the 8th, tied at Seattle 3-3. Again, Rick Short called up and got an RBI single in his first major league at bat. First pitch from Gregg, showing bunt and taking high, is Mickey Lopez for ball 1. Lopez hit .244 against the Stingers last year with Tacoma. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in at the letters, a strike, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th at Cincinnati, the Reds trail Baltimore 4-2. Bottom of the 8th inning at Shea Stadium, the Angels lead the Mets 7-2. Here's a swing and a ground ball, right side. Speck bobbles it, but recovers and tosses to first for the out. 1-2, 3-0 across. We'll finish off the Albert scoreboard when we go to the bottom of the 3rd with the scores: Stingers 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
To drinking and drugs. To violence and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
Go to the bottom of the 3rd. Luke Allen to lead things off. Grounded into a double play with bases loaded his first time up. It brought in a run, but again, by rule, he does not get credit for an RBI, and he takes a curveball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. 4-0 Stingers here in the 3rd. The 1-strike pitch into the dirt, ball 2. Or ball 1, rather. 1-1 the count. All right, finishing up that Abra scoreboard. They're in the bottom of the 7th in Miami. The Marlins leading Texas 5-1. Chance for the Angels maybe to gain another game on the Rangers. Widen that lead in the American League West as Kinney delivers low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Luke. Bottom of the 7th at Atlanta. The A's lead the Braves 6-4. 2-1 offering. Allen swings and misses at a fastball, 2-2. Eric Chavez and Bobby Crosby homered for Oakland in that one. Marcus Giles went deep for the Braves. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Allen as Kinney delivers. Swinging a foul. Back into the screen. Still 2-2. 7th inning at Houston. The Astros lead Toronto 4-1. Bottom of the fifth at St. Louis. Another long night for the Yankees. The Cardinals lead New York 7-1. The 2-2 pitch. Allen takes a changeup high. Ball 3. Fills the count at 3-2. Kansas City and Arizona are just underway in Phoenix. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Allen swings and smashes one, and a diving stop by Cervenek at first. Gets up and runs it 4 steps to the bag for the out. Cervenek diving to his right to take a hit away from Luke Allen. Here's Jeff Mathis, who singled in a run and scored in that 3-run first inning. Getting underway within the next half hour, Chicago White Sox are at San Diego. San Francisco hosts Cleveland, and the Twins take on the Dodgers in Los Angeles. 3 finals in the books as Mathis takes low, ball 1. The Cubs blasted the Red Sox 14-6. 2 home runs for Jeremy Burnage for the Cubs. Former Buzzman David Ortiz went deep twice for the Red Sox. 1-0 pitch in at the knees, a strike, 1-1. Despite his defensive weaknesses, Boston manager Terry Francona playing Ortiz over at first base. Since they're without the DH, there's a breaking ball into the dirt, 2-1 the count. Colorado shut out the Tigers in a rare shutout at Coors Field, 2-0 the final. And Pittsburgh beat Tampa Bay 7-2. Former Buzzman Mark Redmond picks up the win over Hideo Nomo. Here it's 4-0 Stingers in the bottom of the third. The pitch, Mathis takes outside, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Got another 7 o'clock game tomorrow. The 3-1 pitch swung on, popped up foul. First base side and out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. Tomorrow night it'll be Chris Butchek for the Stingers with a record of 2-1 against left-hander Pat Mish. 2-4 for the Grizzlies. So 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Now Kenny winds the payoff pitch. Swinging a foul back over the roof and out of play, and it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kenny was 3-0 during his stretch to begin the year. We're in the California League with San Jose. There's a pitch swing and a one-hopper back to the hill. Kenny flags it down and throws him out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, who singled to left his first time up. If you happen to cross paths with Matt Kenny while at the mall, you'd think you'd be an accountant or a professor or something with his look, his spectacle look. Now the first pitch to Zach Sorensen. A curveball, low, ball 1. Zach singled to left his first time up. Kenny gives you that scholarly look. Now the 1-0. Breaking ball inside at the belt. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes the count. Outfield shaded towards left. The pitch. Sorensen swings and he pops it up foul. Third base side. Hansen coming down the line is underneath it. And he'll put it away for the third out of the inning. So the Stingers are up and down in order in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. At the end of 3, it's the Stingers 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Jean Shorts inventor.
Mr. Jean Shorts inventor.
People insisted that jeans were just pants. Apparently those people underestimated your out-of-the-box thinking.
A fashion trailblazer.
Casual enough for a barbecue. Formal enough for a family reunion. Your multi-dimensional creation handles both duties with ease.
You just said duty.
And what should we call your groundbreaking achievement? How about yours?
We really love you, George.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Jorts inventor. If fashion's a war, you're fighting dirty.
Mr. Jorts inventor.
Times here at Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Beat it with a Mondo made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh mix with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Wiener Schnitzel is proud to be the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Stingers. Because if there's one thing Wiener Schnitzel loves, besides hot dogs, it's baseball. And now, Wiener Schnitzel offers 4 all-new 1/3 pound home-style burgers, bacon guacamole, mushroom Swiss, pastrami, and deluxe. They're big, hot, and here at Wiener Schnitzel. So come on in and satisfy those cravings with one of our new home-style burgers on the Chili Dog Diet, the diet for active chili dog lovers. Only at Wiener Schnitzel, the world's largest hot dog chain.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Linden leading things off. The 0-1 pitch on the way is a fastball low, ball 1. Linden struck out swinging his first time up. Stingers out in front of the ball game by a score of 4-0. 3 runs in the first, 1 more in the second. Kevin Gregg winds the 1-1. Swinging and a miss at a breaking ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Now the pitch. Check swing, foul tip into the glove of Mathis for a strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Kevin Gregg, and there's 1 down here in the 4th. That'll bring up Mike Cervenak, who singled to right field his first time up. Moved to second when Hansen was hit by a pitch and was thrown out trying to score from second base. Thrown out at the plate. On a single by Justin Knadler by the center fielder, Chris Prieto. So 1 out, base is empty, and the pitch on the way is swung on and lifted into right center field. Prieto going back, Allen going back, Prieto on the track in front of the wall makes the catch for out number 2. Chris covered a lot of ground, but enough arc on that ball for him to be able to get underneath it and make the backhanded catch for out number 2. Brings up Doug DeVore, who struck out swinging his first time up. DeVore came into the season a .273 lifetime hitter against Salt Lake. Kevin Gregg's pitch. He shows bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on the left-hand batter from Ohio. The pitch down low, and that evens the count at 1-1. All Monday home games are Harmon's Family Night. Stop by your local Harmon store and pick up a voucher good for 7 family members to get in for just $15 and redeem it at the Franklin Covey Field box office. There's a swing and a miss by DeVore on a fastball, and the count's 1-2. Harmon's, your neighborhood grocer. The next Monday night Family Night comes your way on June 27th against the Tacoma Rainiers. 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's low for a ball, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on DeVore. 2 outs, bases empty as Gregg delivers. That one bounces well in front of home plate, about 2.5 feet, and skips over the right shoulder of the catcher Mathis, and that fills the count at 3-2. 4-0 Stingers here in the top of the 4th inning. So the catcher Mathis out to have a few words with Kevin, who holds the Salt Lake franchise record with 27 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings. Back in 2003, he also shares the record of having hit 3 batters in 1 game. Three balls, 2 strikes. Kevin's pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul as Jim Bowie at first dances to get out of the way. In the meantime, DeVore heads back to the third base dugout where he has to pick himself up a new bat. As that one cracked on that play. So he'll head back to home plate with a new piece of lumber. So 3-2 the count on DeVore. Now Kevin Gregg ready. DeVore at the plate with a new bat. The payoff pitch. Didn't need it. It's a curveball inside for ball 4. That's the first walk issued by Kevin. And so DeVore jogs on down to first, and that'll bring up Jed Hansen, who was hit in the left arm by a pitch his first time up. So 1 on, 2 out. Right-hander ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul. Back into the screen for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Hansen. Stingers leading 4-0. They've out-hit the Grizzlies 5-2. Fresno's committed 2 errors. The Stingers 1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. That's punched into right field for a base hit. On to second goes DeVore. He'll take the turn and head to third base. Throw through, not in time. As DeVore is in on a head-first slide. So now after 2 out and nobody on, the Grizzlies have runners at the corners with 2 out. Brings up Doug Clark, who popped up to Nick Gordeau in left field his first time up. So 2 on, 2 out. Here in the top half of the 4th inning. Clark the batter. Last year, Clark led the San Francisco organization with 13 triples. Playing for the Norwich Navigators of the Eastern League. First pitch to Clark here. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Clark has had short stints with Fresno in 2002 and again in 2003. Now the 0-1. Clark swings and misses at a breaking ball, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Clark in 2003 against the Stingers went 2 for 7. There's the 0-2 pitch, a fastball high as Mathis climbs the stepladder to pull that one back in. So the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. So he was 2 for 7 against the Stingers in 2003. Did not face Salt Lake in 2002. And there's a swing and a miss. He struck him out to get out of trouble here in the 4th inning. That is 6 strikeouts now for Kevin Gregg in the ball game. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Stingers 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM. KJQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Shots and takes, roll the crowd down the hill.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
Play him up for the left field.
The worldwide leader in sports on Citadel Broadcasting Station.
I don't see it in there. Nope, not in there either. Have you been looking all over for a credit card with a low interest rate and great benefits? Well, look over here. Isn't it amazing? It's the Cyprus Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card. The Cyprus Visa Platinum Credit Card has a low 8.9% APR on approved credit. And as a Platinum Preferred cardholder, you receive a reward every time you use your card for purchases. Earn points toward airline miles and brand name merchandise, plus travel insurance and more. Summer is here, and a low-rate, no-annual fee Cyprus Visa could sure help you take a great vacation. So apply today for a Cyprus Credit Union Visa Platinum Credit Card with a low 8.9% APR. You can apply online at cypruscu.com or call our lending center at 260-7700.
Cyprus Credit Union. Your future is our future.
This is a steak and lobster dinner for $24.99 at a famous seafood place. And this is Sizzler's incredible steak and lobster for just $14.99. Sizzler serving up succulent lobster tail with real drawn butter and our classic half-pound steak fire grilled to perfection, plus all the trimmings. Right now, it's just $14.99. So what does that famous seafood place give you for the extra $10? Coleslaw. Sizzler steak and lobster tail for an amazing $14.99. Your Sizzler today. Great idea.
Brian Gordon to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning. Stingers leading 4-0. He takes a curveball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, one strike. Brian grounded out to the third baseman Hansen his first time up. The 0-1 on its way. Breaking ball, that's it at the knees for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Matt Kinney delivers. Swinging a tap foul. That one skips into the front row, right over the first base dugout. Count remains 0-2. Outfield straight away as Kinney delivers the two-strike pitch. Swinging a fastball to foul. Back into the screen, and it's 0-2. Well, it'll be sad to see him go, but congratulations to Gordon Chiesa, now former Jazz assistant coach, who becomes Lawrence Frank's top assistant with the New Jersey Nets. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. He struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Matt Kinney. 1 out. That'll bring up Ryan Speck, who homered his first time up, his second in a Stingers uniform this year. Did lead me to the question when I found out about all this is what in the world the New York media is going to do to Coach Chiesa when they find out he's a New Jersey born and raised Red Sox fan. That will be an interesting explanation, I'm sure. First pitch to Speck, a fastball high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 4-0 Stingers here in the fourth. Salt Lake with a 3-run first and one more in the second, courtesy of Speck's home run as Brian takes inside for a ball. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Stingers trying to make it 5 wins in a row. Now Kinney's 2-0 offering, and Speck swings and lifts one down the left field line. Slicing foul and back into the seats. That one hitting in the front row of the upper deck, and the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. And Stingers 3 in the first on a double play by Luke Allen with the bases loaded. An RBI single by Jeff Mathis and an error by the left fielder Doug Clark. 2-1 pitch. Speck takes a fastball in above the knees for a strike. 2-2. And again, Speck delivered the second inning run with that home run. Now the 2-2 to Brian. Up high, and that fills the count at 3-2. And Speck did extended spring training for nearly 2 months due to a stress fracture in his lower back. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Slider just inside at the knees. Ball 4. Third walk issued by Kinney. And so Speck heads to first base with 1 out. And that'll bring up Adam Pavkovich, who struck out swinging his first time up. Again, Adam needing a hit to equal a season-long 9-game hitting streak he had earlier this year. And that little bit of a breeze now out of the northwest blowing out, but again, really negligible at best. The throw to first base, and Speck times back in safely. And tomorrow we'll start at 7 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Sunday to wrap up the series in homestand. Pitch to Pavkovich, swinging a foul back into the screen. The count on Adam is 0-1. Chris Butchek against lefty Pat Mish tomorrow. Corey Lee goes for the Stingers on Sunday against right-hander Brad Hennessy. 0-1 the count on Pavkovich. He's done a nice job for the Stingers since coming up from Arkansas. Throw to first again, and Speck is back. The Las Vegas-Tacoma start has been delayed by rain. Colorado Springs trailing Sacramento 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. at Security Service Field. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. And last night's win over Fresno ended a 5-game losing streak for the Stingers in the opening game of a series. Salt Lake had not won a series opener since Game 1 against Iowa on May 14th. No balls, 2 strikes on Pavkovich. Kinney's pitch. Swinging a foul. Back down to the roof, out of play, and it's still 0-2. Our Salt Lake alumnus of the day, pitcher J.C. Romero, who was here at parts of the 1999 and 2000 season, tossed 2 scoreless innings in the Minnesota Twins' 4-3 loss to the Arizona Diamondbacks last night. Romero, who allowed no hits and struck out 1, lowered his already minuscule earned run average to 1.50. The 0-2 pitch swung on, lifted in the air towards right. Linden drifting back, now slows down, waits about 15 feet in front of the warning track to make the catch for out number 2. Here's Chris Prieto, who walked and scored in the first, reached on an error in the second, but was thrown out trying to steal second base. So a runner at first base, 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 Stingers. Kenny ready, and the throw to first sends Speck back. Coming into this game, Fresno 9th in the league in batting average. However, they are among the league leaders in runs scored, like 6th or 7th. And their 75 home runs is 3rd in the league. There's a swing and a foul back. And the count on Prieto 0-1. So certainly the lead not secure by any stretch of the imagination against this Fresno ball club. No balls, 1 strike the count. They've won 6 out of their last 10. Now the 0-1 to Prieto. There goes the runner Speck. The pitch is high. The throw to second base is in time as Lopez applies the tag for the caught stealing. 2-4 on the putout. So no runs, no hits. With the caught stealing, nobody left on base. As we head to the 5th, it's the Stingers 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Boys, hey, Mikey, is that you? Where's your baseball cap?
Wow, you not only have hair, but you have pretty hair. Can a guy just get a haircut?
Come into Great Clips and everyone starts talking. Our stylists know all the latest styles, tips, and techniques, so you'll leave with a haircut that's sure to get you some attention.
Sashay your little coiffed self on up to the bar and grab us a couple of brewskis there, Big Mike.
Great Clips. Great haircuts every time, everywhere.
You actually have some really buff cheekbones there, Mikey.
Great Clips sponsors the Utah Jazz Courtside Kids. See salons for details.
Hey, dude, what do you want to eat for lunch? Burger? Oh, yeah, $6.
Had one for dinner last night.
Double Western bacon cheeseburger?
Had one for lunch yesterday.
Superstar with cheese.
Breakfast.
What about a salad?
Dude, salad?
Well, a taco salad, you know?
A taco salad burger?
No, dude, it's like a salad, but with meat.
Go on.
Introducing the Green Burrito Taco Salad, now at Carl's Jr. It has meat in it. It's a taco salad with spicy ground beef, cheese, freshly made salsa, and lettuce, served on a bed of beans and a crispy tortilla shell.
So it's a burger, right?
Yeah, dude, sure. It's a burger.
The new Green Burrito Taco Salad is not a burger. It's a salad at all Carl's Jr. locations for a limited time only. Participation may vary.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Justin Knadler leading things off for the Grizzlies here in the 5th, and he fouls the first pitch back for a strike, and it's 0-1. 4-0 Stingers here in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball low, and it evens the count at 1-1. Our 5th inning reset of the Stingers defensive alignment. Nick Corneau in left, Chris Prieto in center, Luke Allen in right. Give it the infield after the 1-1. Knadler swings. It's a little tap right back to the hill. Fielded on one hop by Gregg. The underhand toss to first in plenty of time for the out. One away. That'll bring up Angel Chavez, who struck out swinging his first time up. Stingers with Adam Pavkovich at third. My Series Torres at short. Brian Specht at second and Zach Sorensen at first. A battery of Kevin Gregg pitching and Jeff Mathis catching. So one out, Chavez the batter. Again, hitless in 3 at-bats last night. First pitch, and he takes a strike, and at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Kevin Gregg delivers the 0-1, swung on and sliced foul, and through the gap of the fence and the roof on the right field line, upper deck, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Last year, Kevin, 55 appearances, all out of the bullpen for the Angels. Going 5-2 with 1 save. There's a pop foul. That's over the roof, and that'll probably go all the way across West Temple into the parking lot over there. So the count remains 0-2. Star for the Sky Sox, Jorge Piedra, called up today by the Rockies as they had to put Matt Holliday on the disabled list. There's a swing and a miss at a curveball, and he struck him out. So Chavez now 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts at the plate in this series. 2 up. 2 down. Here's Adam Chabala. Reached on an error in the first, struck out swinging in the third, so he's 0 for 2. Chabala, originally a 10th round pick in 2002 out of Nebraska. Takes outside a ball, 1-0. He's got to be pleased. The Cornhuskers beating Miami today, 3-1, the first of a best-of-3 series in the Super Regional. There's a pitch, sliced foul, down the left field line, off the glove of a fan. E10. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 Stingers, top of the 5th as Gregg delivers. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. The catcher Mathis for a strike, and it's 1-2. Jeffrey Hammonds announced his retirement today from the Washington Nationals. They also acquire second baseman Junior Spivey from the Brewers for pitcher Tomo Oka. There's a breaking ball low, and the count's even at 2-2. Then Rick Short goes up, the former Stinger. First time in 12 years called to the big leagues, and he gets a pinch hit run-scoring single in his first major league at bat. The 2-2 pitch to Chabala. Fastball high, and that fills the count at 3-2. In his last year at Nebraska, or take that back, in 2000, his sophomore year at Nebraska, Chabala tied a record by going with a perfect 1,000 fielding percentage. Swinging a foul. That's right back over our heads. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Was flawless in 121 fielding opportunities that year for Nebraska. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung and a ground ball. Right side to his left. Specht has it, lost it, picks it up, and recovers in time to throw to first for the out. And that'll do it for Chabala and the Grizzlies in the 5th. 1-2-3, across. We're halfway through this scheduled 9-rounder with a score. Stingers 4, Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Do you always feel tired when you wake up? Sleep apnea is a serious illness, and if not diagnosed, could lead to serious health problems. 35% of all people with high blood pressure have sleep apnea. 83% of all people with uncontrollable high blood pressure have sleep apnea. And 70% of people that have had a stroke have been diagnosed with sleep apnea. Many people could reduce their chances if they were diagnosed early and got the help they needed to control their sleep apnea. At MedOne Medical, they care about your health and want you to have a healthy life. Can you imagine being diagnosed with diabetes and not doing anything about it? Call MedOne Medical today at 1-800-258-5329. Let them help you with your diagnosis and get you the help you need to have a happy and healthy life. MedOne Medical is the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold, a program created to help patients manage sleep apnea. Call 1-800-258-5329 and get on the road to a happy, healthy life.
Hi, this is Mitch Jensen of Siegfried & Jensen. You've heard our ads for years. We've been handling automobile, personal injury, and medical malpractice claims for over 20 years. We've handled thousands of claims for thousands of people throughout the state. You're listening to this ad now because you love sports or have a favorite team. Siegfried & Jensen wants to be your legal team if you've been injured in an accident. Call Siegfried & Jensen at 1-800-INJURED. That's 1-800-INJURED. Siegfried & Jensen, your legal team if you've been injured.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Stingers leading 4-0. Chris Prieto will lead it off. First pitch from Matt Kinney on the way, and he delivers a curveball low and inside, ball one. Prieto was at the plate when Brian Speck was thrown out trying to steal to end the fourth inning. 1-0 pitch to Prieto, swung on and lifted in the air towards center field. Adam Shibala in about 3 steps, and now underneath it he'll make the catch for out number 1. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Fresno defensive alignment. Doug Clark in left, Adam Shibala in center, and Todd Lindens in right. Jed Hansen at third, Angel Chavez at short, Mickey Lopez at second, and Mike Cervenek at first. A battery of Matt Kinney pitching and Justin Knadler catching. First pitch to his Torres. Fastball high, ball one. Meiser 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Expected to play 5, maybe 6 innings tonight. They slowly stretch him out to 9 full innings. They're swinging a ground ball foul. First base side. The count's even at 1-1. Again, his Torres here on a rehab assignment. He's suffering a sprained left MCL earlier this season. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled. The upper deck third base side. 1-2 the count. These Torres had 4 hits for the Angels in 20 at-bats, a .200 average, and 2 out of his 4 hits were triples. Now the 1-2. Change up just outside above the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Kinney's pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate, and it's still 2-2. Don't forget you can help me if you're between the ages of 8 and 13. Call the action live on ESPN 1230 as the Great Clips Junior broadcaster. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Again, the 2-2 to his Torres. Swung on and sliced foul out of play to the upper deck down the left field line. The count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count on these Torres, who hit .338 last year for Edmonton. 2-2 pitch, swinging another tap foul, first base side this time. His .338, second highest batting average among all Montreal minor leaguers. He did hit .206 in 32 games for the Expos last year, making his major league debut. Now the 2-2 pitch again. His Torres pops another one foul. This one in the upper deck, third base side. He was acquired in the offseason from the Washington Nationals back in November, along with outfielder Juan Rivera for outfielder Jose Guillen. Now the 2-2 to his Torres. Breaking ball low, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nick Corneau is due next as Kinney delivers. Swung on, and that's fouled. Back off the facing of the roof and carrying back down below. And the gentleman just about falls over his seat trying to pick up the baseball. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch again, and his Torres lifts it in the air towards left center field. Chavala, the center fielder, draws a beat on it, reaches up and makes the catch while on the move towards the alley in left center. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Nick Corneau, who has walked and struck out in 2 plate appearances.
Number 22, Nick Corneau.
Again tomorrow night, the first 2,500 fans entering the ballpark will receive a Stingers cap courtesy of KJazz TV. So 2 out, nobody on base. Kinney's pitch. Curveball strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Kinney shaky early, but he has settled down nicely as Corneau swings and misses, and the count's 0-2. on one base runner over the last 3 innings, and that was on a walk to Speck. He was eventually thrown out trying to steal. 0-2 the count on Gorno. As the pitch comes home. Outside the ball, 1-2 the count on Nick. Now Kenny's pitch. Swing, and a foul tip hung on to by Knadler for the strikeout, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Stingers in the 5th. As we head to the 6th, it remains Salt Lake 4 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Wiener Schnitzel is proud to be the official hot dog of the Salt Lake Stingers. Because if there's one thing Wiener Schnitzel loves, besides hot dogs, it's baseball. And now Wiener Schnitzel offers 4 all-new 1/3 pound home-style burgers, bacon guacamole, mushroom split, pastrami, and deluxe. They're big, hot, and here at Wiener Schnitzel. So come on in and satisfy those cravings with one of our new home-style burgers on the Chili Dog Diet, the diet for active chili dog lovers. Only at Wiener Schnitzel, the world's largest hot dog chain.
Morris Murdoch Travel can fly you to Hawaii from just $709 complete, including round-trip air and 5 nights accommodations. Just $709 complete. At that price, you can afford to enjoy the aloha spirit in Hawaii, America's premier vacation destination. So it's into the sun and fun of Hawaii from just $709 for air and 5 nights hotel. Valid on select departure dates. Some restrictions apply. Call Morris Murdoch Travel at 1-888-999-4646 for details. Or plan to take the family to Disneyland from just $181 per person, quad occupancy, including 3 days and 2 nights at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel and a 3-day Disneyland Resort Park Hopper bonus ticket. Disneyland from just $181 quad, including 2 nights hotel and a 3-day Park Hopper pass. Prices based on 2 adults and 2 children staying in the same room. Some restrictions apply, so call 1-888-999-4646 for details. Hawaii from $109 complete and Disneyland land packages at the Hilton Anaheim Hotel from $181. Call Morris Murdoch Travel for details.
Now back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
For the Stingers, David Matringa comes into the ball game to play shortstop for Mycerius Torres, who plays 5 innings as scheduled tonight. And so Matringa will take over his Torres' spot in the batting order, the number 2 spot in the order. He's Torres going 2 for 3 tonight with 1 run scored. All right, top of the 6th inning, Mickey Lopez, Todd Linden, Mike Cervenak due up to face Kevin Gregg. Lopez 0 for 2, grounded out to second base his last time up. As activity begins in the bullpen, I believe that's Evan Thomas. As Kevin Gregg's pitch to Lopez is popped up behind home plate. Mathis with the mask off, but that's going to land well back into the upper deck. 1 strike the count on Mickey Lopez. Also time for our top of the 6th inning edition of the Abra scoreboard. The 0-1. Lopez swings and misses out in front of a changeup. 0-2. Why is Abra Auto Body and Glass America's most recommended collision repairer? Maybe it's their commitment to safety, as Abra spends more to train their technicians than anyone in the industry. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. The 0-2 to Lopez, and a fastball, strike 3 call on the outside corner at the knees. And that is strikeout number 8 for Kevin Gregg. That equals the most by a Stingers pitcher individually this year. Corey Lee has twice struck out 8 batters. He did it May 2nd at Portland and May 14th here against Iowa, now equaled by Kevin Gregg. Here's Todd Linden, who's been up twice, and he has struck out twice, going down swinging each time. Gregg's pitch, and Linden takes a strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Now Kevin ready, the pitch. Swing at a fastball and a foul back, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Linden last year led the Giants organization with 93 runs scored. He also led the Giants system with 149 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Fastball high, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away for Linden. As the 1-2 comes home. Fastball high, 2-2. Linden started the night tied with Josh Willingham of Albuquerque for the league lead with 18 home runs each. Again, he had a total of 56 RBI, which leads the league. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner of the knees. 9 strikeouts for Kevin Gregg, and that is the most by a Stingers pitcher this year. The franchise record is 12, set by Mark Redmond in July 5th of 1999, equaled by tonight's starting pitcher for the Grizzlies at Fresno, Matt Tinney, on August 6th of 2000. Pitch on the way, swinging a foul. That one got the home plate umpire, Darren Williams. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. Get to that Abra scoreboard here in a second that we promised you after the 0-1. Low and inside for a ball, 1-1. Again, Tucson beat Portland in 10 innings today, 6-5. Scoring 3 in the 9th to tie, did the Sidewinders, and 1 in the 10th to win. 1-1 pitch, swing, and a fastball and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Mathis, and the count's 1-2. They're in the bottom of the 7th at Omaha. Memphis leading the Royals 5-3. Nashville and Iowa tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Now the 1-2 to the right-hand batter. Breaking ball outside at the knees, and the count on Cervenek is even at 2-2. New Orleans leads Oklahoma 8-4. Redhawks batting in the top of the 9th. Albuquerque and Round Rock tied 2-2 in the 4th. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. He struck him out. 10 strikeouts for Kevin Gregg. 1, 2, 3, nothing across. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Stingers 4, Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Susan.
Hello, Frank.
Susan, weren't you just...
Hello, Frank.
Susan, weren't you just out in the parking lot?
Hello, Frank.
What's going on here? I'm seeing Susan everywhere.
Since we got those office machines from Automated Business Products, Susan's been unbelievably efficient. It's like having 12 office managers. And I'm taking Susan 7 out for dinner.
Get unduplicated sales, servicing, and leasing from Automated Business Products, an authorized Savin dealer. Automated Business Products. Work smart, get automated.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Pardon me, miss. Are you an Albertsons associate?
No.
Then may I ask what you're doing?
Checking the price.
You're checking the price.
That is correct. Oh, check this price.
What? Where?
Next to the sign that says check the price.
Oh, that's a very good price.
What did I tell you? Albertsons has lowered the prices on thousands of items shoppers buy most. So come on in and check the price. You're going to love what you see.
Hey, let's check these prices over here.
Sorry, pal. I work alone. Check the new low prices at Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Drug and alcohol abuse, violence, and crime are among the top problems facing our children today. Prevention Dimensions, a nationally recognized program, gives students a strong foundation to resist substance abuse and violence.
To drinking and drugs. To violence and crime.
Prevention Dimensions. For more information, log on to utahpd.org.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Stingers leading 4-0. It'll be Luke Allen, Jeff Mathis, and Zach Sorensen to face right-hander Matt Kinney. Allen is grounded into a double play and bounced out to first base. Finishing up that scoreboard for you, Colorado Springs just hit Sacramento with a 4 spot of the 4th. They now lead the River Cats 5-2. The start of the Las Vegas-Tacoma game is still being delayed by rain. At a National League final, the Phillies get a 3-run home run by David Bell in the bottom of the 9th to beat Milwaukee 5-2. First pitch to Luke Allen, swinging a ground ball, foul just outside the bag at first for strike 1. Interleague play, Atlanta batting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing Oakland 6-4. Bottom of the 8th at Florida, it's now the Marlins 7 and the Rangers 5. The 0-1 pitch to Luke, swung on and lifted in the air towards left. Down towards the line goes Doug Clark, now slowing down, waiting, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Allen retired, 1 out. Here's Jeff Mathis, who's 1 for 2. Singled in a run and scored in the first. Texas had scored 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning to tie the Marlins at 5, only to have Florida scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th to take a 7-5 lead, and they still have the bases loaded with 1 out. At Houston, the Astros beat Toronto 4-2. That game just the final. Pitch to Mathis on the way. Swing and a changeup and a tap foul behind home plate. The count's 0-1. Bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. The Cardinals lead the Yankees 8-1. Albert Pujols with his 15th home run of the year for the Cardinals. The 0-1 pitch. Mathis takes a curveball low. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arizona 5, Kansas City 1. Diamondbacks batting in the bottom of the 3rd. As the 1-1 comes home, Mathis swings and fouls one off the glove of the catcher Knadler, and the count's 1-2. 3rd inning at San Diego. The White Sox lead the Padres 2-0. Cleveland leads at San Francisco 2-0 after an inning and a half. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Curveball low and outside, and it's 2-2. Minnesota and the Dodgers about to get started in L.A. Finals, the Cubs blast the Red Sox 14-6. 2-2 to Mathis. Low for a ball, 3-2. Colorado shut out Detroit 2-0. Pittsburgh pounded Tampa Bay 7-2. Washington scored 6 runs in the 8th to snap a 3-all tie and beat Seattle 9-3. 3-2 payoff pitch to Mathis into the dirt, ball 4. 4th walk issued by Matt Kenney, a runner at first, 1 out for Zach Sorensen. Sorensen 1 for 2, fouled out to 3rd his last time up. Baltimore at Cincinnati 4-3, and the Angels pounded the Mets 12-2. Darren Erstad, Steve Finley, Orlando Cabrera all homer. Bartolo Colon, the winner, goes 8-3 now on the season. So runner at first base, 1 out. The pitch. Swung on and sliced foul. Out of play, 3rd base side. The count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Vladimir Guerrero activated today, and he goes 3 for 5, all singles for the Angels. Throw to first base, and Mathis dives back in safely. Jeff Devannon 0 for 1 with a run batted in. Or 0 for 0 rather, with a run batted in and a run scored, playing with a broken nose. The 0-1 pitch. Sorensen takes a change up high. 1-1 is going after a fly ball in Atlanta the other night. He went face first into the outfield fence. Well, the article I read said they had a cast. I didn't know you could make a cast for a broken nose. Now the 1-1. There goes the runner, Mathis. The pitch is grounded through the big hit. It's found in the right field, a base hit. Mathis will take the turn at second and advance to 3rd. And the Stingers have runners at the corners with only 1 out. Twice tonight, Mathis has been able to go from corner to corner on base hits. Here's Brian Gordon, who's grounded out to 3rd and struck out swinging. So runners at the corners, 1 out. Stingers trying to add to their 4-0 lead. So the Stingers now with Mathis at 3rd. Sorensen at first. Gordon has grounded out and struck out so far tonight. Pitch on the way. Low and inside. The ball gets away from Knadler. And here comes Mathis in to score from 3rd base. On to second goes Sorensen, and will likely go as a wild pitch. And the Stingers now lead it 5-0. 1 ball to count on Brian Gordon. A hard breaking ball. A sharp breaking ball down and in that hit the dirt near the feet of the hitter, Brian Gordon, and skipped back past the catcher, Knadler, to the screen. So 1 ball to count. Sorensen now in scoring position at second base. Kenny from the belt ready. Here's the pitch. Gordon swings and lines one towards left field. Clark coming on, has to play it on a hop. The stop sign's up at third for Zach Sorensen as the ball quickly fired in on one hop to the cutoff man. And now the Stingers have runners at first and third with one out. That'll bring up Brian Specht, who has homered and walked in 2 plate appearances. And Kane Turner, the Fresno manager, takes the long walk to the mound, and that's going to be all for Matt Kinney. So a new pitcher coming on for the Grizzlies. We'll tell you all about him after this 1-minute timeout for a pitching change here on ESPN 1230.
America First Credit Union has all the financial tools you need to pare down your debt. Choose from convenient home equity lines, low interest rate Visa cards, or simple consolidation loans. Plus, you can make your payments online, over the phone, or inside any of our 62 locations. Visit AmericaFirst.com or stop by any branch today to apply and make your high interest debts a thing of the past. At America First Credit Union, members come first. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Opportunity Lender.
They say it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. But at Fast Signs, we know it's how you play the game that makes you a winner. What does Fast Signs bring to the game? Full service simplicity and superior quality to put your business ahead of the game. Don't settle for the sidelines. Call Fast Signs for the hard-hitting graphics that help your business stand out in a crowd. Fast Signs, sign and graphic solutions made simple. You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. Right-hander Kevin Correa, who threw 1 inning last night and gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 of them earned, comes on to pitch here in the 6th inning for Fresno. He inherits runners at first and third. With 1 out, Brian Specht will be the first batter he faces. Correa making his 28th appearance of the year. In 28 and 2/3 innings, he's given up 29 hits, 30 runs, 23 of them earned. He has struck out 22 and walked 20. He's 1-2 with 7 saves and a 7.22 earned run average. PCL batting .254 against right-hander Kevin Correa. Was a starter last year for Fresno, was 1-1 against Salt Lake. First pitch to Brian Specht, hit deep down the right field line, but hooking foul. Just missed, grazing the foul pole at the 3:15 mark. 0-1 the count. Runner at third, Sorensen, Gordon at first. They're both the responsibility of Matt Kinney, so he can't close the books on his line. As Correa delivers, Specht takes a pitch low and inside, and Knedler sliding across to his right makes a good stop. So the count's even at 1-1 strike as Dino Ebel goes through the signs over in the coach's box at third. 1-1 the count on Specht. Stingers now leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Correa ready, the pitch. Low for a ball, and it's 2-1. Correa 6'2", 202 pounds. Right-hander ready. Now the pitch. Specht takes low for a ball, 3-1. Correa in just his 4th professional season, splitting last year between Fresno and San Francisco. 3-7 for the Grizzlies, 0-1 for the Giants. Step off the rubber and then soft toss to first, and Gordon is back in easily. Three balls, 1 strike to count. 4th round pick was Correa in the 2002 draft. Now the 3-1 pitch, the runner at first goes, and it's outside. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. So Correa walks the first batter he faces. 5th walk issued by Fresno pitching, and that brings on the run pitching coach Tom Brown out to the mound. I don't know if he saw something or was just upset, but Tom doing most of the talking right now as he quickly turns around and heads back to the third base dugout. So here's Adam Pavkovich with the bases loaded and 1 out. Pavkovich struck out swinging in the 2nd and flied out to right field in the 4th.
A golden opportunity for the Stingers to tack some more on to this 5-0 lead. So Pavkovich waiting. And the first pitch is low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Runner at third is Sorensen. Gordon at second. Specht at first. The 1-0 swung on and lifted in the air towards left. Clark going back, shy of the track, pulls up to make the catch. Sorensen will tag at third and score easily. Holding at second base is Brian Gordon. It's a sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Adam Pavkovich, and it's now 6-0 Stingers. For Adam, that is his 18th run batted in on the year, and that is also his 4th sacrifice fly. So now runners at first and second base, 2 out, 2 in. That'll bring us to the top of the order now, and Chris Prieto, who has walked, reached on an error and flied to center field. So runners at first and second base, 2 out. Correa ready, the pitch. And it's low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Prieto. It's already drawn 4 walks in the first 2 games of this series. Now Correa from the belt ready, the pitch. Fastball in at the letters for a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1, although Chris isn't exactly enthralled with the call. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Prieto, who is an accomplished pianist. He's got a new keyboard, I think, during the offseason. Now the 1-1 pitch. Prieto takes low for a ball, 2-1. Salt Lake is 6th stop on the PCL Tour. He's also played for Las Vegas, Albuquerque, New Orleans, Sacramento, and Memphis. 2-1 the count on Prieto as Correa comes set. 2-1 pitch, and it's a slider low, ball 3. 3-1 the count, and a wide one here loads the bases. David Matringa, who came into the ball game for East Tourist in the top of the inning, is on deck. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Correa's pitch. Swinging a ground ball, takes a bad hop over the first baseman, Cernak down the right field line. Gordon comes around to score. Specht is going to be waved around. The ball gets away on the infield. Now the throw to the plate, not in time. 2-run score on a bad hop base hit down the right field side, and the Stingers are now out in front by a score of 8-0. So Prieto on at second base, 2 runs batted in on what will go as a double, I'm sure. And so the Stingers now have an 8-0 lead, and that will close the books now on Matt Kinney, who goes 5 1/3 innings, gives up 7 hits, 7 runs, of which 6 were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4 with 2 wild pitches and a home run allowed. Here's David Matringa batting for the first time in the ball game. First pitch on the way, and it's a strike call, and the count's 0-1. Matringa batting .243, 7 doubles, 2 homers, and 14 runs batted in. He did not play in last night's game. So 0-1 the count on David. Straightaway stance at the plate as the pitch comes home. Slider in at the knees, a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Stingers with a chance to widen their division lead to a 1.5 games as Portland lost their ball game to Tucson earlier today, 6-5. Now the 2-strike pitch. Matringa swings and lifts it in the air down the right field line towards the short porch and right. Todd Linden, though, will have room on the warning track, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Stingers add 4 more runs to their lead on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the 7th. It's now the Stingers 8 and Fresno nothing on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Does working for a winning team interest you? If so, Century Equipment Company needs your drive, desire, and determination to make our team a success. Learn to work with the most technical construction equipment, earn great pay and benefits, work a flexible schedule, and enjoy a fun working environment. Century Equipment Company has been your local case dealer for the past 35 years. For those looking for a career change and have welding experience or hold a valid CDL, we invite you to call 262-5761 or drop by our office located at 4343 Century Drive in Salt Lake City.
Let's face it, life's full of little dings and dents, particularly when you or your teenager are driving. At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we realize not every fender bender requires a lengthy dialogue with an insurance agent. To keep your insurance premiums down, it's sometimes better to handle a repair on your own, especially when the damage is mostly just a cosmetic annoyance. Bring your dinged and dented vehicle to Abra and let us help you and your family get the quality repair you need at a price you can afford. We've been at it for over 20 years, and with the best trained technicians in the industry, we can make your car sparkle like it did before you or your teenager had an unfortunate mishap. So, even when you are not submitting an insurance claim, let Abra work with you to get an affordable, quality repair with a lifetime warranty. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an immediate appointment.
Go down to the seventh inning. Stingers leading by a score of 8-0, and I believe Evan Thomas has come on to pitch now as Kevin Gregg worked 6 shutout innings, allowing 3 hits, no runs. He struck out 10 and walked 1. He also hit a batter. Doug DeVore to lead it off. He has struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances. Hits a squibber towards short, scooped up by Matringa. The throw to first on target in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Evan Thomas making his second appearance after spending the first 2 months of the season down in extended spring training due to a groin muscle injury. In his debut with the Stingers, he picked up a win, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits in 3 innings. So, Evan Thomas on, and now he'll face Jed Hansen. Time now for our 7th inning game summary, brought to you by Zions Bank. For the Stingers, 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error as Hansen takes a strike 0-1. For Fresno, no runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Stingers, 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, and 4 more in the 6th. Kevin Gregg with 10 strikeouts, the season high for a Stingers individual pitcher. The 0-1 pitch, fastball inside at the belt, 1-1. That's your Stingers 7th inning game summary, brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. 1 ball, 1 strike the count now on Jed Hansen as Evan Thomas delivers. Swung on and popped into right field. Luke Allen a couple of steps over to his right, now camped underneath it, and he'll put it away for the second out of the inning. So 2 up, 2 down in the Fresno 7th, and that'll bring up Doug Clark. Clark has flied out to left and struck out swinging. Evan Thomas last year started out in Camden with the Independent League team there, before being signed by the Indians and assigned to Buffalo, where he was 3-1 and was the winning pitcher, starting and winning pitcher, in the game that decided the second round of the playoffs in the International League, as well as the International League Championship game. There's a fastball in at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. Now Evan Thomas delivers. Swinging a ground ball right side and under the glove of Sorensen into right field for a base hit. Zach going to his right, but that ball took a little bit of a hop on him and went underneath his mitt and out into right field. So Clark aboard at first base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Justin Knadler. Knadler has singled and bounced back to the mound, so he's officially 1 for 2. So a runner at first base. 2 out. And the batter will be Knadler. Pitch on the way from Thomas. A breaking ball low, ball 1. 1-0 the count to the right-hand batter. Again, tomorrow night, a 7 o'clock game time here at Franklin Covey Field. Once again, it'll be Chris Butchek for the Stingers. Pat Mish, a lefty for Fresno. And there's a change-up inside for a ball, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes the count. Stingers trying for their 5th straight win. Now the 2-0 pitch, swinging a ground foul. Third base side, the count's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Stingers home Sunday afternoon at 2, and then they hit the road for 8 days, 4 in Tucson and 4 in Fresno. There goes the runner. The pitch is grounded left side. Third baseman Pavkovich to his left, gloves it, throws on the run, and throws it away. Pass Zach Sorensen down into the bullpen. They're going to wave Clark around. Here comes Sorensen, throw to the plate, not in time. A run scores. The shutout is gone, and it's 8-1 Stingers as Zach struggled to get up after that throw got away. Knadler, the batter, goes to second base as Clark scores all the way from first as he was running on the pitch. That'll likely go as a 2-base throwing error by the third baseman, Adam Pavkovich, who struggled to get the ball out of his mitt. So the shutout is gone. It's 8-1 Stingers with a runner at second base and 2 out for Angel Chavez, who's been up twice and struck out twice. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Did he go around? No, says first base umpire Scott Kennedy. And the count's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Each team now has committed 2 errors in the ball game. A 1-0 pitch to Chavez. Down low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Again, that run is unearned, as will any subsequent runs here in the 7th inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Thomas's pitch. Down low, ball 3. 3-0 to Chavez with Adam Shabala due next. Staring in Thomas with a sign. The right-hander ready. The pitch. In at the knees. A strike, and it's 3-1. And the Angels a winner tonight in their ball game, as they beat the Mets 12-2. Sorry, Grandma. 3-1 pitch, ground ball toward short. Matrenga to his left with a scoop and the throw to first. On target and in time to retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, brought to you by America First Credit Union. With the score, the Stingers 8, Fresno 1 on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Beat it with a Mondo made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish taco. It's fast, super tasty fresh mix with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Hi, I'm Jean Taylor, mother of 5.
And I'm Mark Taylor. No kids, 1 dog. And we're Real Quest customers.
Since they switched to new Quest Choice bundles, both Taylors saved by tailoring a bundle that fits them to a T. Mark Taylor bundled a local phone package, unlimited long distance, high-speed internet, and DirecTV service with Quest, and saved $20 every month. Jean Taylor bundles the same services plus wireless and saves even more, $37 every month. If these Taylors can tailor a bundle and save,
you can too.
Introducing new Quest Choice bundles. Multiple services combined to give you the flexibility you need and the savings you want. To build the bundle that's right for you, call 1-866-3-YOU-CAN. That's 1-866-396-8226. Or visit Quest.com. That's our spirit of service in action. Service not available in all areas. Savings off the combined price of Quest services sold separately. DirecTV service provided by DirecTV and is subject to credit approval. Additional equipment purchases, other restrictions, and limitations may apply. Call for details and important product information.
Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The shutout's been spoiled. The Stingers lead 8-1. The 7th inning stretch brought to you by America First Credit Union. Click, call, or stop by the branch for any financial need you might have. at America First Credit Union, where members' needs come first. Nick Gorneau to lead it off. He walked in the first. Since then, he has struck out twice. So he's officially 0 for 2. First pitch on the way. A fastball strike on the inside corner at the belt. 0-1. Kevin Correa in relief of Matt Kinney. Correa charged with 1 of the 4 runs scored in the 6th inning. The 0-1 pitch. Gorneau takes a fastball high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Stingers. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for Fresno. A 1-1 to Gorneau. Swing and a miss. Tried to check his swing on what appeared to be a high slider, but he came up empty, and the count's 1-2. Last year, Stingers beat Fresno in the season series 10-6. One of only 3 teams that Salt Lake won the season series from. 1-2 pitches high, and the count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They also beat Las Vegas 9-7 and Omaha 3-1 last year. Stingers leading the all-time series, entering tonight's play 56-40. Great matchups, though, between the Buzz and the Grizzlies in the early days of the Fresno franchise. The 2-2 pitch down low for a ball, and that fills the count 3-2. Each team, Fresno in 98, the Stingers in 99, winning the division by the narrowest of margins in the final weeks of the season. 99, Stingers trailed Fresno by 3.5 games with 6 to play and came back to win the division. 3-2 payoff pitch. Gorneau swings and fouls it back over the roof and out of play. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Luke Allen and Jeff Mathis to follow. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count on Gorneau. Now the right-hander Correa ready. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and ripped up the alley in left center field. That ball's going to go all the way to the wall. Gorneau around first, on his way to second, and he'll stroll in there with a leadoff double. So Gorneau with his team leading 14th 2-base hit of the year, and the Stingers have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. That'll bring up Luke Allen, who's 0 for 3. He is grounded into a double play, bounced to first, and flied out to left field. So runner at second base, nobody out. The double by Gorneau, the 9th hit of the ball game for the Stingers. They'll look to add to their 7-run lead as the pitch to Allen comes home. Fastball in at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Luke. Looking for his first hit of the night. The pitch, swing, and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count on Allen. Stingers trying for their 33rd win of the year tonight. And realized last year's season was somewhat of an aberration. There's a swing of the ground ball towards third. Backhanded nicely by Hansen. Throws to first. In time for the out. Gorneau has to hold at second base. Obviously, win-loss wise, it was by far the worst record in team history. But to put it in perspective, if the Stingers pick up their 33rd win tonight, it'll come, of course, on June 10th. Last season, they didn't win their 33rd game of the year until July 5th. So 1 out, a runner at second base, and that'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who's 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 1 run batted in. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1. That's twice tonight. Hansen's made a nice play over at third base to backhand the ball against a tough hop. He did it against Brian Gordon back in the first inning. 1 strike the count. Stingers leading 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Mathis swings and lines one towards left center, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Gorneau had to hold up to make sure that ball was caught, and so he'll have to stop at third base. But the Stingers now have runners at first and third with only 1 out. That'll bring up Zach Sorensen, who's 2 for 3. He extended his hitting streak to 5 games tonight. So runners at the corners, 1 out as activity begins to stir In the Fresno bullpen, a left-hander is up. Jack Tashner out of Racine, Wisconsin, throwing in the Fresno bullpen. First pitch to Sorensen from Correa. Swung on and sliced deep down the left field line, but twisting foul for strike one. 0-1 the count on Sorensen. Jack already with his 10th multiple hit game since joining the Stingers. 1 strike the count. The infield at double play depth behind Correa. The pitch. Strike. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner above the knees, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Colorado Springs now leading Sacramento 6-2 in the 6th. The 0-2 to Sorensen. Outside of ball, 1-2 the count. Runner at third, Gorno. Mathis at first. Now Correa ready. The 1-2 to Sorensen. Fastball high, and that evens the count at 2-2. Las Vegas and Tacoma. The start of that game has been delayed still by rain. That game was supposed to have started 1 hour ago up in Tacoma. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swinging a chopper up the middle. The second baseman Lopez has it. Flips to second for 1. Relay to first, not in time, and that allows a run to score. A good effort by the shortstop Chavez as he barehanded the throw from Lopez. Quickly got it away, but Zach with his speed able to beat the relay throw over at first base. So 4-6 on the force out of Mathis, 2 outs. Gorno scores to make it a 9-1 ball game. And that'll bring up Brian Gordon, who's 1 for 3. And for Sorensen, that's his 21st run batted in. And now the Stingers have their 8-run lead again. It's now 9-1 Salt Lake as Gordon takes a changeup high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Correa's pitch. Swinging a foul. Back over the roof and out of play. And that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stingers have been involved in 46 transactions this year. 1 more than at this point a year ago. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, that's coming back over the roof and out of play. 1-2. Stingers have had 39 different players in uniform this year, with 38 of them having seen game action. The only player who was in uniform but did not appear in a game was a reserve catcher, Brent Del Chiaro, who's currently back at AA Arkansas. Now a 1-2 pitch to Gordon. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out, and that retires the side. But the Stingers get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. We go to the 8th. It's now the Stingers 9 and Fresno 1 on ESPN 1230.
More Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Junior Banana Split. Sonic's got it, others don't. Right now, treat yourself to Sonic's 99-cent Junior Banana Split. It's almost half the size, but with all the taste, for just 99 cents. Try one today, or to satisfy your late-night craving, try one tonight. Because Sonic's open till at least midnight all summer long. The 99-cent Junior Banana Split at participating Sonic drive-ins. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Owning my own dry cleaning shop, I'm all about fast business.
Dave Denton, Zions Bank SBA Express customer.
As a small business owner, I've got a million things taking up my time.
Did you get machine 6 up and running?
Yeah, just fixed it. People want their clothes done right, and they want them done now. And I wanted my SBA loan the same way. Quick, convenient, and competitive.
Zions Bank is now offering SBA Express loans as low as 8.75%.
The people at Zions Bank know I don't have a lot of time, so they make it easy.
The SBA Express loan involves less paperwork, and all SBA fees are waived for the life of the loan.
And with my SBA Express debit card, I get money when I need it most.
Hey, Dave, Bill Brady's on free.
Thanks, tell him I'll be right there. I tell you, when it comes to getting fast, competitive funding from someone who actually knows your business, you can't beat Zions Bank. They've been a top SBA lender for years, which means they'll be around as long as I need them.
For more information, call 1-877-315-0190 or visit ZionsBank.com. Zions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. Credit approval required. SBA fees waived for loans less than $150,000.
We go to the 8th inning. 9-1 Stingers, and leading things off to start the 8th inning. The leadoff hitter in the Grizzlies order, Adam Shabala, takes a strike at the knees. 0-1. Adam born and lives in Streator, Illinois. 28-year-old left-handed batter awaits the 0-1. A breaking ball inside from Evan Thomas, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 9-1 Stingers in the 8th. The only Fresno run coming in the 7th, and it was unearned. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball again misses inside, and the count's 2-1. Shabala to be followed by Mickey Lopez, and then Todd Linden. Now Thomas's 2-1 offering. Swinging a fastball and a foul back into the stream. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Evan Thomas on the mound in his 2nd appearance for the Stingers. There's a swing and a high fly ball hit into deep right field. Allen going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A home run for Adam Shabala, his 9th of the year. And that makes it a 9-2 ball game. For Evan Thomas, that's the 2nd home run that he's given up since joining the Stingers. So it's now a 9-2 ball game with the bases empty. Nobody out for Mickey Lopez, who's 0 for 3, called out on strikes his last time up. Again, Thomas had been in extended spring, so I'm sure it's going to take him a while, no matter how you work down there, to get used to facing the much better hitters here in the PCL than what he faced down at extended spring. As the first pitch is a fastball in at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Pitch. Fastball outside of the belt. 1-1. Thomas 76 and 59 lifetime. His last full year at AAA, he went 4-8 for Syracuse in 2003. Curveball low and inside, 2-1. The year before that, though, he won 10 and lost 2 for Scranton Wilkes-Barre, the Philadelphia Phillies AAA affiliate. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and lifted down the left field line, slicing foul and back into the seats. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That 10-2 year at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, he started the year on the disabled list while recovering from right shoulder surgery. And at one point, he won 8 straight decisions between June 20th and August 14th. Swing by Lopez and a tap foul as he was out in front of a changeup. And the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1996, he led all Philly short season pitchers with 10 wins. Tied for first among all minor leaguers with 6 wins in the month of August. There's a swing and a broken bat fly ball down the right field side that's going to fall in for a base hit. And so the Grizzlies have a runner at first with nobody out, and that'll bring up Todd Linden, who's been up 3 times, and he has struck out 3 times. So Thomas, who's charged with an unearned run in the 7th, has faced 2 batters here in the 8th and given up a home run and a single. As the catcher, Jeff Mathis, goes out to talk things over with Thomas. 9-2 Salt Lake here in the 8th. Infield double play depth behind Thomas as Linden stands in. Now Thomas from the stretch ready to pitch. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. Thomas 5'10", 170. He'll turn 31 years old on Tuesday. Taken by the Phillies in the 10th round of the 96 draft out of Florida International. Swinging a sharp ground ball, fair. Inside the bag at first. Rolls down into the right field corner. Allen giving chase. The stop sign is up for Lopez at third. As the throw comes into second, it's a double for Todd Linden. And now the Grizzlies have runners at second and third, and still nobody out. And I'll bring up Mike Cervenak, who has singled, fly to center, and struck out swinging. Cervenak last year in the Giants organization led the system in slugging percentage, total bases, homers, and runs batted in as activity begins to stir now in the Stingers bullpen. As Scott Dunn is throwing, here's a swing and a smash. Base hit past the diving Matringa in the left center field. Lopez and Linden will both score. 4 straight hits for the Grizzlies to start the 8th inning. And now it's Salt Lake 9 and Fresno 4. And there's still nobody out. So a rough go of it right now for Evan Thomas as Bryn Smith, the pitching coach, makes his way out towards the mound. As Doug DeVore, the designated hitter, is due up. So Evan Thomas struggling here in the 8th inning. As Bryn Smith out to talk to Thomas to, among other things, buy some time for Scott Dunn to get ready down to the Stingers bullpen along the right field line. Zavala started off with a home run. Lopez singled to right. Linden ripped a double into the right field corner, and now a 2-run single by Cervenek has pulled the Grizzlies to within 5 runs. Now here's DeVore, who struck out swinging in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, and grounded out to short in the 7th. Thomas's pitch, and DeVore takes a curveball low, ball 1. There's also activity in the Fresno bullpen as the lefty continues to throw. Jack Tashner. A 1-ball pitch to DeVore. Rip foul, hooking out of play down the right field line. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count for the left-handed batter, with Jed Hansen, the third baseman, due next. Outfield, deep and around towards left for DeVore. As the 1-1 comes home, swinging a ground ball to first. Up with it, Sorensen steps on the bag for 1, throws to second. Now they've got Cervenek caught in a rundown. Matringa runs it back towards first, throws to Sorensen, who applies the tag for the double play. So 3-6-3 on the double play, and with that there are 2 outs and nobody on base. Well, once Sorensen touched first base, that eliminated the force play, and they had to tag Cervenek to get the out. That's why he stopped and tried to go back to first base. So 2 outs, bases empty for Jed Hansen, who's 1 for 2. Flied out to the right fielder Allen his last time up. Thomas's first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. 2 outs, bases empty, 3 in for Fresno here in the 8th as Thomas delivers. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Some of those West Coast games now well underway in the majors. Arizona leading Kansas City 9-2 in the 5th. John Green with a pair of home runs for the Diamondbacks. The 0-2 pitch to Hansen. Curveball into the dirt, 1-2 the count. White Sox 2, San Diego nothing in the 6th inning. Cleveland leads at San Francisco 2-1 in the 5th. The Dodgers 4, the Twins 3 in the 2nd in Los Angeles. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Swing and a foul, banging off the shin guard to the catcher Mathis. So it is still 1-2. Again, Portland lost earlier today into the PCL 6-5 at home to Tucson. Now the 1-2 pitch to Hansen. Fastball inside above the knees, 2-2. The Stingers with a win could open up a 1.5 game lead over the Beavers in the North Division race. Now the 2-2 pitch. Hansen swings and grounds 1 to short. Matringa gobbles it up. The step and the throw to first bounces in, but Sorensen comes up with it for the out to retire the side. A good play at both ends. But the Grizzlies score 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Stingers 9 and Fresno 4 on ESPN 1230.
more Stingers baseball after this on ESPN 1230 AM.
Fraser's birthday is a celebration of maturity.
What a jolly world I was born into.
A soiree for the season.
Birthdays can be anxiety-provoking, especially for people of a certain age. I am not of a certain age.
And the straw that broke the camel's...
My back! It's completely seized up.
Did someone say over the hill?
I'm not going to wear anything called a girdle. What am I calling a back brace? Get it?
On Fraser.
Weeknights at 5:30 and 11 on KJazz TV. Where can you find the Utah Jazz sitting next to the Boston Red Sox, sitting next to the Denver Broncos, just down the road of BYU? Fans! Only at Fans can you find the newest and freshest sports gear from all the great college and pro teams. Looking for a Utah Jazz jersey featuring the new colors? Fans has it. Trying to find a fitted baseball cap featuring your favorite team logo? Fans is the place. Whether you're looking for hats, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, warm-ups, jerseys, or duffel bags, you'll find it at Fans. Plus, Fans even has fun logoed sports gear and memorabilia, including signed basketballs, footballs, and jerseys from the best players. And remember, for all the new Utah Jazz gear, get to Fans for jerseys, golf shirts, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and warm-up gear featuring the new blue and white Jazz colors. Open 6 days a week in the Delta Center and all major malls across the Wasatch Front. Fans.
As we go now to the bottom of the 8th inning, Jack Tashner is coming up to pitch. For Tashner, this will be his 26th appearance of the year for the Grizzlies. Tashner has won 2 and lost none with 3 saves and a stellar 0.99 earned run average. The PCL batting 177 against Tashner. First batter he'll face is Larry Infante, pinch hitting for Brian Specht here. So Infante getting a chance to play. First pitch taking a strike 0-1. He was able to pinch hit last night and play a little bit in the infield. He struck out in that at bat. He's 2 for 6 with the Stingers, with 2 runs batted in. The 0-1. Swing, a little tap up the first base side. Charging is Cervenek. Juggles it, recovers, and now falls down and can't make a play. Infante with his speed putting the pressure on Cervenek, and he was unable to handle it, and so Infante's aboard at first base. See how they rule it. They're going to rule it an error. That'll be the 3rd error charge to Fresno in the ball game. The runner at first base, nobody out. The batter, Adam Pavkovich, who's 0 for 2. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Still needs a hit, though, to extend his hitting streak. Pitch on the way. Pop foul coming back and out of play for strike 1. Dan Pavkovich coming into this ball game with an 8-game hitting streak working. 0-1 the count with Infante at first and nobody out. That's 6 errors now charged to Fresno in the first 2 games of this series. Kastner's pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Up with it is Hansen. Goes to second for 1. Lopez relay to first for the around the horn 5-4-3 double play. So with that, 2 outs and nobody on base for the top of the order and Chris Prieto. Prieto doubled in a pair of runs his last time up. Looking ahead now to the top of the 9th inning. For Fresno, they'll have Clark, Knadler, and Chavez due up, the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the batting order. First pitch on the way. Curveball inside of the knees, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes the count. They're still in a rain delay in Tacoma, Las Vegas and the Rainiers. Kastner ready, the 1-0. Fastball line towards left center field. Clark going back, reaches up on the run, going towards the alley to make the catch, and that retires the side. Clark getting a good jump on that ball, racing back into his left. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. We'll go to the 9th. It's now the Stingers' 9, the Stingers in Fresno 4 on ESPN 1230.
Budig Deli Cuts are the cure for the common sandwich. And now you can also win the cure for the common kitchen. It's a complete kitchen makeover with amazing appliances from Bosch and Chef Catalog. Just look for your game piece in packages of Budig Deli Cuts and check your number online at Budig.com to see if you've won. You could be the proud owner of a state-of-the-art kitchen makeover, or you could win gift certificates of $20 or even $500. Enter for a chance to win your cure for the common kitchen today.
Do you feel tired when you wake up? Do you feel exhausted during the day? Have you ever dozed off in a meeting or while watching TV? If you answered yes, you may have sleep apnea. Millions of Americans suffer from sleep apnea and don't even know it. The professionals at MedOne Medical can help you get the sleep you need. It is amazing how well you feel when you get a full night of refreshing sleep. Sleep Smart Gold is a proven program designed specifically for people with sleep apnea. Sleep apnea can be more harmful than just a poor night's sleep. High blood pressure and other cardiovascular complications are being diagnosed more and more frequently in patients with this disorder. A high percentage of these patients can be treated by addressing sleep apnea. If you suspect someone might have sleep apnea, call the professionals at MedOne Medical at 800-258-5329. With the help of a doctor, a program will be designed for you to obtain a golden night's sleep. Call MedOne Medical and find out how Sleep Smart Gold can help you get the sleep you deserve. Call today, 1-800-258-5329.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Number 41, Scott Dunn. Please come for the Fresno Grizzlies. Number 29.
All right, we go to the ninth inning. Scott Dunn to try to finish it off with the Stingers, making his 16th appearance, his 10th out of the bullpen. He's 1-5 with 2 saves and a 5.86 earned run average. The PCL batting .238 against Dunn, who will face Doug Clark, Justin Knadler, and Angel Chavez. Clark 1 for 3, singled and scored his last time up. Swings and fouls one off the glove of the catcher Mathis for strike 1. Evan Thomas, 2 innings of work, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. No strikeouts or walks, and 1 home run allowed. 1 strike to count. Has done deal. Up high, ball 1. 1-1 the count on Clark. Larry Infante stayed in the ball game. He's playing second base now for the Stingers. Now Dunn ready, the 1-1. Clark takes a fastball high, and it's 2-1. They appeal, but no swing, says third base umpire Jack Samuels, and the count's 2-1. 9-4 Salt Lake. They scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. 2-1 pitch. Clark swings and lifts one foul over the roof and onto 13 South. The count's even at 2-2. Fresno with an unearned run in the seventh, and they added 3 more in the eighth. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Dunn's pitch. Swung on, hit deep but well foul down the right field side. So we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And tomorrow night at 7, Chris Butchek for the Stingers against left-hander Pat Nish for Fresno. The 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul up the top of the screen, still 2-2. Again, the first 2,500 fans entering the ballpark tomorrow will receive a free Stingers cap courtesy of KCHAS TV. First 2,500 enjoying Stingers t-shirts tonight. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a changeup. As Dunn had Clark way out in front of it. That's out number 1. First strikeout, of course, for Dunn, and that is the 11th punch out for Stingers pitching in the ball game. That ties the most strikeouts by the Stingers staff in a 9-inning game this year. They struck out 11 sidewinders back on April the 9th. Here's Justin Knadler, who's 1 for 3, reached on a 2-base throwing error by the third baseman Pavkovich's last time up. First pitch breaking ball is low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. As Dunn delivers. Swinging a ground ball to third. Diving backhand stop by Pavkovich, who gets up and throws to first, but it pulls Sorensen off the bag. Great effort by Adams, but the throw to the home plate side of first. Sorensen gloving it, trying to make the sweep tag, but couldn't get him on the way by. That'll go as an infield single for Justin Knadler. Again, a great effort by Paskovich at third. That'll bring up Angel Chavez, who's 0 for 3. Grounded out to the shortstop, Matringa, his last time up. So a runner at first, one out. That's the 9th hit of the ball game for Fresno. The pitch is lined towards right. Allen coming on, makes the catch. He'll throw back towards first, but it pulls Sorensen off the back, and now gets away all the way back to the screen to Mathis. And so now Knadler goes to second. They had a chance to double off Knadler, but Allen's throw was off the mark and got away from everybody, and that allowed Knadler to go to second base. So 2 out. That'll likely go as a throwing error by the right fielder, Luke Allen. So each team will have made 3 errors tonight. So runner at second base, but 2 out. And here's Adam Shabala, who homered his last time up. So runner at second, 2 out. Sorensen trying to dive for that throw while maintaining contact with the bag, and that allowed it to get away. And then the ball skipped off of Jeff Mathis all the way back to the screen as Mathis was backing up on the play, but he was unable to knock it down. And that allowed Knadler to take second base. So 2 out, a runner at second as Dunn comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss at a fastball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike the count. Dunn peers in, gets his sign from the catcher, Jeff Mathis. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball right down the middle, strike 2 called. 0-2 the count. Now the Grizzlies are down to their last strike. Dunn's 0-2 to Shabala. Low and outside, a ball, 1-2 the count. Scott Dunn trying to finish it off. It was a 5-run Stingers lead, still is, but was at the start of the inning, so it's not a safe situation for Scott. A 1-2 pitch on the way from Dunn. Swung on, line towards left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. In to score is Knadler, and it's now a 9-5 ball game. Now, for right now anyway, that is an unearned run. And Knadler would not have been in scoring position without that throwing error. So now the Grizzlies are within 4, and that'll bring up Mickey Lopez, who's 1 for 4. Singled and scored his last time up. So 2 outs, a runner at first base, and Lopez the batter. Scott Dunn's pitch swung on and popped up foul. Third base side. That's going to make its way to the upper deck for strike 1. 0-1 the count. If that holds up as an unearned run, it would be the second given up by the Stingers in this game. Swing and a miss. Lopez way out in front of the off-speed pitch. And now it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Once again, Scott trying to finish the ball game off right here. His 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying up the first baseline, and the ball game is over. As Scott Dunn strikes out Mickey Lopez to give the Stingers the win. And now it's 5 in a row for the Stingers. So 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error. The run is unearned. And 1 runner left on the base paths. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 9 and the Fresno Grizzlies 5. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up next on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Start
Taco Del Mar has a question. You like lunch? Start with a tortilla the size of a trampoline. Then pile on the meat, beans, veggies, and freak out on the jalapenos. Call the office. Tell them you're gone for the day. See ya. Head to the beach, the mountains, the lake. That's Taco Del Mar, baby. That's your inner Baja. Beat it with a Monto made-to-order burrito or a pile of ripping fish tacos. It's fast, super tasty fresh mix with a bit of Baja attitude. Taco Del Mar. Release your inner Baja.
Play ball! Looking to pitch a perfect game the next time your home team gets hungry? Then it's time to go to your ace, Carl Buddig. Nothing tops original Carl Buddig thin sliced meats for taste. With 9 great flavors like honey ham, oven roasted turkey, and corned beef, you'll know you have the variety to go into extra innings if you have to. And we're talking legendary Major League convenience with the ability to work your lineup from snack time to meal time. Hey, looks like you're in complete control with Carl Buddig. The game is over and the fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers won their 5th straight game tonight by a final score of 9-5. And with the loss earlier today by the Portland Beavers, the Stingers are now back out in front in the division by 1.5 games over second-place Portland. Here are the totals on the ball game for the Stingers: 9 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors, and 4 runners left on base. For Fresno, 5 runs on 10 hits, 3 errors, and they left 6 runners on base. The winning pitcher, Kevin Gregg, now 1-0. The losing pitcher, Matt Kinney, he drops to 0-3. Time of the game, 2 hours, 31 minutes. And the attendance tonight, 5,468. As they saw a solid pitching performance by Kevin Gregg, who threw 6 shutout innings, giving up 3 hits, striking out 10 and walking 1. While the offense gave him plenty of help tonight with 3 runs in the first, 1 more in the second, and 4 more in the sixth. They added 1 more in the seventh. So the Stingers are now 33-27 on the year, while the Grizzlies dropped to 29-33. The Stingers taking the first 2 games of not only this series, but the season series as well. So the Stingers getting the victory. That puts manager Dino Evil now just 14 wins away from 500 in his minor league managerial career. Chris Prieto drove in 2 runs tonight. Brian Speck and Jeff Mathis each scored twice, and Mathis and Zach Sorensen, along with Meister Torres, had 2 hits apiece for the Stingers as they beat the Grizzlies tonight by a score of 9-5. When we come back, we'll take a look at the other scores around baseball after this on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
You've anticipated. You've been patient. Well, wait no longer. The triple play is back. That's right. Carl Malone Toyota is offering the triple play, where your $750 becomes $2,250 on Sienna vans. Your $500 is tripled to $1,500 on the RAV4. Making money and low payments on Solera, both hardtop and convertible, where your $2,000 becomes $4,000. And if that's not enough to excite you, how about Toyota Corollas as low as $179 per month, or the best-selling car in America, the Toyota Camry, payments as low as $199 per month. Low sales sale prices on 4Runners, Highlanders, and Tacoma trucks. But it's this weekend and only at Carl Malone Toyota. Once you make a deal, we'll pay off your old car and put you in a new or newer car, truck, SUV, or van. Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, just off the 106 South exit next to Costco. Payments based on lease and first credit. Triple plays for limited time and millions without notice. Coming early for best prices and selection.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark where the Stingers defeat the Grizzlies tonight by a score of 9-5. Let's check out the Abra scoreboard, find out what else has happened around the PCL as well as Major League Baseball. And again, earlier this afternoon, it was Tucson scoring 3 runs in the 9th and 1 more in the 10th to defeat the Portland Beavers at PGE Park by a score of 6-5. That, combined with the Stingers' win tonight, allows Salt Lake to extend their divisional lead to 1 1/2 games over the Beavers. At Omaha, Memphis defeated the Royals 5-3. Nashville scored 2 runs in the 9th and held off Iowa in the bottom of the 9th, limiting the Cubs to just 1 run as the Sounds beat Iowa 6-5. New Orleans defeats Oklahoma down in the Big Easy tonight by a score of 8-6. At Albuquerque, the Isotopes lead Round Rock 7-4 in the 7th. In the 8th at Colorado Springs, the Sky Sox lead Sacramento 6-2. And again, Las Vegas and Tacoma are being delayed by rain. In the National League, former Stinger Matt Wise gave up a 3-run home run to David Bell in the bottom of the 9th to give Philadelphia a 5-2 win over the Brewers. In interleague play, they're in the 6th at Phoenix. It's all Arizona. The Diamondbacks lead Kansas City 11-3. Sean Green with a pair of home runs. The White Sox lead the Padres 3-1 in the 7th. A.J. Pierzynski with his 9th home run for Chicago. Brian Giles his 9th for the Padres. After 6 in San Francisco, the Indians lead the Giants 3-2. Moises Alou with his 11th home run of the year for San Francisco. Bottom of the 3rd at Los Angeles, the Dodgers trail Minnesota 5-4. Former Buzzman Jock Jones with his 9th home run of the season. Earlier this afternoon, the Cubs blasted the Red Sox 14-6. 2 home runs for Jeremy Burnett, his 9th and 10th. Former Buzzman David Ortiz with a pair of home runs for the Red Sox. He now has 16 on the year. Colorado at home shut out Detroit 2-0. At Pittsburgh, former Buzz left-hander Mark Redmond got the win as the Pirates topped Tampa Bay 7-2. Washington snapped a 3-all tie with a 6-run 8th inning to beat the Mariners 9-3. Baltimore hit Cincinnati 4-3. It was the Angels 12 and the Mets 2. Oakland downed Atlanta down at the TED 6-4. The Marlins scored 7 runs in the 8th inning to snap a 5-all tie and beat Texas 12-5. Houston doubled up Toronto 4-2, and the Yankees lose again, falling at St. Louis by a score of 8-1. And that is your Abra scoreboard for tonight. Back with a couple of the scoring highlights after this on ESPN 1230.
My name's Brian, and I've been suffering from psoriasis and eczema for over 15 years. And this product, Skin Zinc, is the only treatment I've used that actually works. I love it because there's no steroids. You just spray it on, and it works. It's like having brand new skin.
I'm Janine, and I just want to tell everyone out there that Skin Zinc is amazing. I don't itch, no more bleeding, and I haven't had a flare-up since I started using it. Look, I'm in a T-shirt and shorts. I finally have a social life again. Just try it. It works. Believe me.
My name is Mark, and I've used everything there is to treat the dry, flaky skin on my arms. Skin Zinc is the only product that's helped. I don't know why doctors don't have this, but I'm telling you, they don't. It's really the closest thing to a medical miracle.
Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial of Skin Zinc at 1-800-693-1454. Guaranteed results. Call 1-800-693-1454. Active ingredient is FDA approved. Instant satisfaction. 1-800-693-1454. That's 1-800-693-1454.
Hey, kids. Father's Day is coming up, and Backyards of America is having a huge sale. Help Dad buy an above-ground splash-around swimming pool, the strongest built pools in the industry. Through Father's Day, get 15% off at Backyards of America. And Moms, buy your Sundance portable spa with Father's Day discount. Come in for a test drive and just hop in and see how comfortable they are. A spa gift is a gift the whole family will love, a place where you can spend quality time together. Backyards of America can help you experience the soothing, healing properties of warm water therapy. And Dad, let your family help you get the latest and greatest in outdoor barbecuing Traeger grills with hardwood pellets. Traeger grills are fully automatic, so there are no flare-ups and food tastes better. Pellet stoves are safer than gas or charcoal, and Traeger pellet grills give you professional results every time you cook. Buy before Father's Day and get a free barbecue accessory package. For pools, spas, outdoor grills, and much more, come to Backyards of America, 220 West on 7200 South.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark where the Stingers grabbed the lead in the first and never let go. Chris Prieto walked. Meiser is Torres single to left. They executed the double steal, putting runners at second and third with nobody out. Nick Corneau eventually walked to load the bases. Luke Allen grounded into a 4-6-3 double play, scoring Prieto to make it a 1-0 ball game with Torres advancing to third. He was there for Jeff Mathis. The 0-1 pitch swung on, grounded through the middle and into center field, a base hit. Torres will stroll in from third. Jeff Mathis with an RBI single, and the Stingers are out in front, 2-0. So 2-0 the score at that point, and Jeff Mathis would score from second. Zach Sorensen singled to left. Doug Clark overran the ball for an error in left field, and that made it a 3-0 ball game. And then it was Brian Speck to lead off the second against former Buzz pitcher Matt Kenney. There's a pitch lifted in the air towards right field. Linden going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. A leadoff home run here in the second inning for Brian Speck. Extends the lead to 4-0. So 4-0 the score at that point. They extended it to 8-0 in the sixth. As Jeff Mathis scored from third on a wild pitch, and with the bases loaded, one out, Adam Patkovich delivered a sacrifice fly, and then Chris Prieto drove home a pair with a double. The Grizzlies would get an unearned run in the seventh. They scored 3 in the eighth, another unearned run in the ninth, as the Stingers, though, hold on for the win by a final score of 9-5. So the Stingers equaling their season high with a 5th straight win. They'll try to make it 6 in a row tomorrow against the Grizzlies. We'll preview it for you after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
You've anticipated. You've been patient. Well, wait no longer. The triple play is back. That's right. Carl Malone Toyota is offering the triple play, where your $750 becomes $2,250 on Sienna vans. Your $500 is tripled to $1,500 on the RAV4. Matching money and low payments on Solera, both hardtop and convertible, where your $2,000 becomes $4,000. And if that's not enough to excite you, how about Toyota Corollas as low as $179 per month, or the best-selling car in America, the Toyota Camry, payments as low as $199 per month. Low sale prices on 4Runners, Highlanders, and Tacoma trucks. But it's this weekend and only at Carl Malone Toyota. Once you make a deal, we'll pay off your old car and put you in a newer car, truck, SUV, or van. Carl Malone Toyota, Southtown Auto Mall, just off the 106 South exit next to Costco. Payments based on lease and first credit. Triple plays for limited time and may end without notice. Coming early for best prices and selection.
Hi, this is Steve Brown with a message for contractors, maintenance workers, and do-it-yourselfers. When you buy tools, you look for a worldwide leader in the industrial and construction supply market. Fastenal has 1,400 locations worldwide, 12 right here close to you in Utah. Besides their 12 product lines and nearly 1 million SKUs, Fastenal is really known for customer service. So they're inviting you to join me and KFan at their one-day sales events on Tuesday, June 21st in Orem, and on Wednesday, the 22nd in Salt Lake. As usual, Fastenal will be featuring huge in-store discounts, manufacturer demos, free lunch, and lots of great prizes. And when KFan and I are there, you can register for a chance to win a 7-day trip to Cancun from Morris Murdoch Travel and FunJet Vacations, where you can fly to Cancun from just $459 complete, including air and hotel. Listen to 1320 KFan for details on the Fastenal one-day sale coming to your neighborhood this summer. For construction, safety, electrical, janitorial, hand and power tools, chemicals, welding, and more, you want the most. You want the best. You want Fastenal.
All right, And welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Stingers now have claimed the first 2 games of this series by defeating the Grizzlies last night 15-5. Tonight it was 9-5. Salt Lake has now won 5 in a row overall, and once again has a 1.5 game lead over the second-place Portland Beavers in the North Division. Game 3 of the series comes your way tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Hope we can see you here again. The first 2,500 fans receive a Stingers cap courtesy of KCHAZ TV. It'll be right-hander Chris Butchek with a record of 2-1 on the mound for the Stingers against Fresno left-hander Pat Nish, who will come in with a mark of 2-4. We hope again you can make it here to the ballpark, but if not, join us at ESPN 1230 at 640 for the On Deck Circle. That'll do it for tonight. Our thanks to Lee Horton back in our studios here in Salt Lake City. And our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 31 minutes, and in front of 5,468, the final score. The Salt Lake Stingers 9 and the Fresno Grizzlies 5. I'm Steve Klauke saying good night and so long from the ballpark.
Has been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.